Right. Hey everyone, welcome to the UOW League of Legends Society's Rumble Tournament. I'll be one of your shoutcasters. I'm Damien Darksky, and I'm joined by my co-caster Thrax. We are just about to kick off the first game in 2 minutes. We're just confirming that all the teams have the right rules. This will be played on patch 6.19. The new champion has not been enabled, Invern. However, do note that for the purposes of the tournament, Singed has been removed due to some issues with his character and kit. Essentially, they nerfed him and it didn't work as well as they intended, so he's currently disabled. However, all other champions which are allowed in the ranked mode are enabled in this current time.
Cool. Should I tell the teams to start?
Yep, I'm right to start whenever you are.
I'll get it. I'll get them to start at exactly 7:50 for
Okay.
time's keeping sake.
So, Thrax and me have been shoutcasting together for a couple of years, only completely amateur based. There's the University of Wollongong competition, which runs every year, called Game Fest, where we've shoutcasted 2 out of the 3. We've decided, since we've recently become executives of the new University of Wollongong League of Legends Society, that we'll also be doing shoutcasting more often. So one of the main shoutcastings we'll be doing will be the Rumble Tournament. This Rumble Tournament is between bronze and silver players. The idea behind this tournament is to build knowledge and understanding of the game. We're just about to kick off. There will be a 3-minute delay enforced for the game as well. That is mainly just for competitive integrity.
Yep.
As well.
I'll give them a minute. There we go.
Yep.
Cool. So now we're in the pick and ban stage. We get to watch this part live.
Yep.
I think. Do we?
Yes, this part is live.
But no one has connected.
That's unfortunate. It's not a good start to the game.
Nope. We can just do a reset, but yeah. Not a single on my. Oh, there they go.
Darius,
Oh, just in time. Darius banned, Civvy banned.
Darius is quite often a very strong pick, especially in lower brackets. Yasuo being banned out as well. Yasuo is very strong in this patch, as is in Twisted Fate as well.
That's due to the new items, I assume.
Zach.
Oh, no, Zach is very strong at the moment. He's becomes virtually unkillable if your team knows how to build around him. So we've got, yeah. Be interesting to see what the red team decides to ban for their final pick. Jinx, very good. So they've taken out 2 high attack speed 80 carries already, so it'll be interesting to see what 80 carries get picked for either team.
Yes. Darius, Yasuo, and Zach all seem to be from similar comp. This could be respect bans for the other team, or because both Yasuo and Zach tend to be very strong picks. And then Severe Twisted Jinx, 2 out of 3 80 carries are banned already. Alistair is generally a good pick for the disengage, and he also has a solid engage as well. We have a Vladimir picked, most likely will be top lane.
Maybe mid, depending on where that gangplank gets played. Oh, it could be at Aurelia. Aurelia is a very strong top or jungle pick at the moment due to her engage and ability to jump from kill to kill if she gets the damage off, and also her stun for if she has lower health than her enemy, which she engages on.
Very insane amount of sustain is also only augmented by a variety of different items as well. So,
Oh, that's right, she has her W.
Yes. But we have the GC carry locked in first, which is very interesting, very immobile ADC, which I'm not sure about the strength of the pick of Alistair, which is very good about displacement. It'll be interesting to see how the team runs. We have a Kennen, possibly a Kennen pick. Kennen top lane is possibly. Kennen is very good due to his large AoE lockdown. And Rek'Sai has always been a strong jungler due to her immense into map presence. So it'll be interesting to see. So far, I'd say blue team has a stronger team comp so far, but we'll see if red team comes up with any good counter picks.
I would say that the Vlad is a good counter pick to Kennen, because when Kennen goes into her lightning form, Vlad can just also go into his blood pool, so therefore avoiding the majority of his damage there. We have the Maokai pick, so that's a strong tanky pick, although I'm not sure how well it'll do into a Kennen, as Kennen can usually outmaneuver the Maokai even with his lockdown. Ooh, interesting. So I've got Tristana into Jhin.
Which is all generally very good because she has amazing displacement, which is very important in ADC. She's also a hyperscaler, but Jhin also scales very well for the lane game. But by the looks of it, the blue team is going for a heavy displacement-oriented team. We've already got a Rek'Sai, a Alistair, and Orianna, which also has great synergy with Kennen as well. So this will be a Kennen AoE teamfight comp based off that. If they're all grouped up together, then it has great damage ability effects to Kennen, and also just amazing AoE damage as well. We cut over to the red team. The red team, we have Jhin, Vladimir, Jarvan the Fourth, Maokai, and Leona. I'd say this is much more a pick comp. They look to isolate someone, lock them down, and then destroy them. But with Leona's engage and Jarvan the Fourth engage as well, they can also team fight if necessary, though I think blue team will possibly have the upper hand in this. Now, the 3-minute delay has started, so we'll discuss the picks. I'll hand it over to Jesse, because I could tell by his suspicious sound that he has a different perspective on what I've just said.
Well, as I was going to say to agree with you, blue team has a very strong engage, strong peel, and if they get off, I'm going to take a straight up guess and say the wombo they're going to go for is they're going to try and knock them up with Rek'Sai and Alistair, so that Orianna can ult them all together, and then throw in the Kennen ult in there, so that he can get in there and Zhonya's, and that causes quite a bit of damage whilst taking no damage. And then they've also got the Tristana that can throw a bomb on someone if they're all clustered. That bomb will do more damage to their team. But then again, if you look at the red team, they've got a very tanky team. Their team is majoritively more tank. You've got Vlad, who can become virtually impossible to kill, and he can dodge the Orianna ball in mid lane with his blood pool. You've got J4, who, depending on how you build him, can be a tanky or a damage champion, and he can engage very strongly. You've also got Maokai, who has his root, which is a strong engage, followed up by Leona, which is an even stronger engage. So if Alistair goes for the engage, Leona can get in there with an E and lock him down as well. So it'll be interesting to see. Red team seems to have a protect the AD carry comps, and then just give him the space to engage, whereas blue team seems to be going for more of a wombo comp, I would say. In my opinion, anyway. Your thoughts?
I think you've pretty much enunciated everything I wanted to say. It'll be very interesting to see the different deltas of playstyle that we go through. Just as a side note, because I'm controlling the camera, Jesse, did you want to have... You have two screens, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, do you want to put just put it on
I'll put, yeah,
1444p and then swap over?
Yep.
And that way
and
you
then
can see, and you can see. Because it's pretty much... It's a little bit behind, but it's more or less the same.
So then I'll be able to see where you're watching.
Yep.
And I'll just mute it so I don't have to listen to the sound of my own voice, because
Why
that's
wouldn't you want
disgusting.
to listen to the sound of your own voice?
Because I hate my voice.
Well, that's disappointing because you're talking live, you know, to 6 people. Welcome to our...
Seven, actually. No, one of them's me. I'm joking.
Yeah, welcome to our viewers, by the way. Thank you for tuning in. I hope there's even more. This is nearly almost as popular as the stream I was doing last night. Hope you enjoy. We'll try to be as professional as possible.
We're always professional. Also. Like, I feel. Whether or not our viewers comment that is a different thing.
We have 15 seconds to kick off, by the way. We're about to start the game. So just as a reminder, there is a 3-minute delay for competitive integrity in normal games. But this isn't the lane client, so we'll be kicking off shortly.
Hmm. Oh, Josh is watching. Hello. Oh, here we go.
We're about to load in.
Well, I get to watch two screens of action. This will be fun.
I mean, you could just watch mine.
I could, but where's the fun in that? Now I can watch all the action. I can watch every fight that happens.
Have to remember for future. Maybe we consider getting a.
Maybe I should just come over to yours and we should just run a double headset or a mic set up
Yeah,
somewhere
that's also
somehow.
true. We could do that. 'Cause, I mean, obviously, if we're going to stream, we're going to have to do it at mine. Okay, so the games are about to kick off. I will add
Yep.
it so you guys can see instead of just wondering why there's a blank screen. So League of Legends will about to be appearing up on the stream.
Mine's appeared already, so I can tell you that there's a few nice skins in the game here. We've got Meowkai, lovely skin, lovely Earth skin there. High Noon Jin, Soul Still of Vlad, Golden Alistair, which is a free skin that everyone gets if they add a friend to League of Legends. We've got a Turn and Rexa. Quiet, that's minor detail. And Gothic Oriana. And as you can see the mastery icons over each champion, which, depending on how you view it, you can say that means someone is good with a champion, or you can just means they've played the champion a lot. So it's up to your personal opinion. Personally, I think if you get past Mastery 5, it usually means that you have a decent amount of skill with the champion, because it means you've consistently got an S- grade or higher, which is not always easy to do.
Right, and we're just about to kick into the game. Things are already coming out for the red side. Looks like they're going to try to get someone to stand at each of the entrances just to guard off and invade.
Yep. Let's see. Blue seems to be going for the basic leash, not going for any invades. Or maybe I was wrong.
No, we've got the standard guards on the red side. Looks
Not
like
quite. Blue's sneaking forwards here.
maybe considering it. It would be a good move
30
for them
seconds
because there
until
is
minions spawn.
everyone else is spread out. However, they're just going for the wards, and now they know that Leona is here, so there's not going to be any lane swaps this game.
None at all. Although Jin is hanging around in mid lane, maybe just to mess with people. Maybe he's bored. We'll wait and see. And now he's pretending to back.
Now he's pretending to be
McCree. Oh, that's right. This is the Jin McCree skin, isn't it?
Yes, that would be correct.
Yes.
Minions have just spawned, so we'll be able to kick into the action. Also, Thrax, you're ahead of interaction with the chat because I can't alt tab. Because if I alt tab, it freezes the screen. So you get to keep an eye on that.
Oh, no one's saying anything.
Oh, that's just disappointing. Where's the spam? There's no spam. There's no bots on.
No. Here we have everyone starting with a basic leash. You can see that Vlad did end up being in mid. Oh, no. Damien is every game. He is Baron Trust. Thank you, Damien Warner. I thought you were in game already, but apparently not.
Right, so normal lane here. Nothing special going on. We got Kennen and Maokai going top. We have Vladimir and Oriana going mid. And then we have Tristana versus Jin and Leona in the bot lane.
Yes, and we could say that Rek'Sai had a better start to the jungle, as she seems to have retained slightly more health, although she seems to be struggling with a red buff all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see. No, she's...
She'll be fine. Her rage allows her to heal anyway, so that's not too bad.
That's true.
In itself.
Yeah, and we can see that whilst Rek'Sai started with the Hunter's Machete, J4 started with the Hunter's Talisman, so it's a difference between mana regen and lifesteal there. Oop. Stream has interacted with us.
Secure the roach. Maokai is slowly pushing in. Generally a good idea because Kennen doesn't have that fantastic play clear, so there's nothing that wrong. However, it does bring him up to risks, though he does fine. I like to point out already that Blue, who has some nice war, they have the roach obviously mid, and then mid lane there. Whereas red only has the one ward on each, so they don't actually know what's going on in the river, whereas blue will be able to at all times.
Yes, sorry, I was interacting with the chat there. With Matt Robinson, he asked me to interact with him, so I had to...
I mean, you can interact with him on stream, you know, what we're for.
I could have, but he asked me to interact with him on chat.
Wow.
Anyway, we noticed that Rek'Sai has those tunnels going, very useful little ability of hers, allowing her to circumnavigate the walls.
Yeah, they're just for those who aren't familiar with Rek'Sai's kit.
Here we have Vlad pinging assistance. Oh wait, no, that was Orianna.
I think because Vladimir walked past, so it's probably just warning top lane that it might be rotating, but he was only putting the wall down. So very quiet start at the moment. If you keep an eye on the bottom of my screen, you'll see that I've organised all the members across. So you have support, AD carry, jungle, mid laner to mid laner, and top laner to top laner. At the moment, it's pretty even. No real Jins ahead 2 CS or so.
Maokai's being out-traded in top, though.
Despite
Oh,
pretty amazing. Vladimir is going fairly well against Orianna, even though Orianna is farming more.
And here looks like we've got a gank from Rek'Sai.
Orianna has already exhausted his mana pool.
Yep. And here's Rek'Sai coming into mid lane. But there's the blood pool from Vlad, which allows for an easy disengage. And then J4 came in. Didn't really seem to do much there, so maybe just walking in to show that he's there to apply some pressure and relieve the pressure on Vlad. But he's circling back round now, heading into Rek'Sai's blue jungle maybe, or heading for top, where Maokai seems to be coming back a little, although Kennan's still doing a lot of damage to him.
J4's looking to counter jungle, however Rek'Sai's cleared out most of the camps over here.
And he seems to be just removing the tunnels, which does give away his position to Rek'Sai, but gets him an extra 5 gold.
Yep. And it also ruins
for
the
each
whole maneuverability aspect of hers, which is important. Games are slowed right back down. That is pretty hard to gank because of that blood pool. It'll be interesting to see how they counteract it. All of their engagements kind of rely on locking him down, but if he gets first, it might not be as lucky. I didn't get to see the Soul Stealer. Vladimir skin very often, so I'm just admiring it. So, once again, quietly back down.
Although, a possible gank from Rek'Sai in bot lane.
Looking to come around. Red does have a ward there, so they do see them, so they'll look to disengage.
Oh, here goes the engage. Tristana doing a very aggressive W, but Jin turning it round on her. Oh, and that's first blood going to Jin. And as we can see, that 4th hit from Jin, even to Alistar, who's quite tanky, does a lot of damage. Alistar flashing to get out of there. Probably not the best engage for the blue team there, considering the size of the wave that the red team has as well. So that minion damage does take quite a bit of into account during a team fight like that, and also the minion block.
I mean, interesting to note that there's a high chance Alistar would have died on how he was exhausted. Exhaust reduces your damage by
50, yes, I believe so. Also, Oscar, someone just said you're a touch hard to hear.
Okay, thanks very much. I'll just change that.
Yeah. And that's a very good start for red team's bot lane. So now, if we take a look, Jin is both ahead, easy 2 waves in farm and a kill, so that's quite a bit of a gold difference there between the 2 AD carries. Although Tristana was still able to afford a BF sword on her back, Jin was able to afford a serrated Dirk and a Caulfield's Warhammer, putting him nearly at his first item. I can see you interacting with sound on the stream, Oscar.
Yeah, the stream would have froze for a second while I alt-tabbed into OBS. I hope that you can hear my nice dreamy voice better now. I hope so. Basically, eating the microphone at the point. So if you can't hear me now, this probably just means I need to invest in a new microphone.
Ah, yes.
Right. So, bit of blood spilled. Despite the first blood falling, there hasn't been much of a change in gold. It's only about a 400 gold difference at the moment.
Yes.
Nothing too major. Sorry, maths is one of my points.
So we do have a...
Going to Tristana. Oh, the ult was just a little too far out. Won't actually be able to get the kill. Leona might pay for that, however they do just disengage instead. In top lane, we look like that Kennen has just killed Maokai, just there. And got out with about half their HP. So it wasn't much of a team fight on that part. Jumping back to bot lane. Bot lane's pretty low, but also the red team is also struggling a little. They probably won't want to engage under tower, especially now that Tristana's just hit 6, so she has a sizable amount of disengage now.
Oh, and you can see the damage from that grenade in bot lane. Sorry. It's hard to tell where you are because the stream's slightly behind.
That's fine. Orianna is just secured her blue buff by the looks of it, which will help her sustain in lane, because as we noted a little earlier that one of the main problems she was having against Vladimir was the fact that she was running out of mana. However, the blue buff will make that a little easier. Now, Jarvan and Orianna are dancing around each other. I don't think they know he's there, however. They might have just had a realization. Vladimir is playing very aggressive, using...
Very aggressive. Rek'Sai circling in from behind. Oh, and the dodge with the blood pool there. Very good from Vlad. Some even trading down in bot lane. Kennen was away from lane for quite a while, so Maokai was able to get some farm up, but is still behind in level there. We can see that Ori is rotating down to bot lane, but the red team bot lane is very aware, and they've already caution pinged.
However, the ward is about to die, so if Orianna wants to hang around, I'll be able to. How they should be playing very defensively, because they should have the vision of 4 people or so.
Blue team seems to be going for a quick drag here, while they know that no one else is around to contest with them. They're trying to stick it between just Orianna and Rek'Sai.
No,
Red team doesn't...
Keep going.
I was just going to say, probably what you were going to say, J4 does not seem to be aware of this at all, so it looks like an easy first drag for blue team. Also, there it is, first drag goes to blue team, and that's a very strong dragon to have as the Infernal Drake.
Yep, Infernal Drake will give the... on the first stack of Infernal Drake.
Oh, we have an engage on the AD carry here, flashes out, he's already been exhausted, but he does manage to still get out. There's the Jhin ult up.
Looks like a kill most likely.
Oh,
there we go.
Kill to Leona, and a kill in top lane to J4 with a successful gank on Kennen. We have Vlad roaming down on a very low blue team, trying to disengage from the damage that is Jhin and Leona.
That was a very good team fight for red. Blue probably would have been able to secure more kills if the Orianna ult actually hit. As you may have noticed, they had already disengaged by the time Orianna had activated her ult. So unfortunately, that meant that no one was captured at all, which means they could turn around with the Jhin ult plus Leona combo. And Jhin already deals a lot of damage, but coupled with Leona's Sunlight passive, only exemplifies it even more, which allowed them to turn around.
Very good flash from the Jhin as well to get himself the distance to be able to do that damage.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, Matt Robinson just would like you to know, Oscar, the mic should be inside your mouth at all times for optimal sound quality.
Thank you. I'll try to make sure to omit that from the video, so it makes it look like that I have it known all myself.
So we see the team's backing off here to buy. Jin's already got his Yomus, and he's bought a pink ward and some boots as well. That's a lot of damage there. He's also still sufficiently ahead of farm in front of the
Orianna's
Tristana.
going for the engage. J4 just getting some nice damage out. Didn't want to commit. His ult was still on a cooldown for another 15 seconds. However, this gives the ability for Vladimir just to pressure Orianna more. Personally, if I was in the position of the J4, I probably would have waited a little longer for my ult to be up, just to make sure that I had the damage. Now that Orianna is aware, she'll probably not move as forward.
And she can still farm from far away thanks to her abilities.
So we just want
Although
to
the Vlad doing some strong damage there. Sorry.
That's it.
Ah.
Oh, I think this might be it. This might be the countdown, and Oriana has died.
Oof.
Unfortunately, just the combo from the QER was just a little too much for her. It's not. She even got killed before the damage amplification from the ult took place. It appeared to be more of he used it Z style.
And here comes a gank from Rek'Sai on top, running into poke the Maokai and then just clearing the ward. Maokai throwing out his own form of warding, known as his sapling. Easy ward there, although Rek'Sai's still around, so it's a bit of a risky move on Maokai's part.
How did the Jin decide to disengage? They were clearing out the wards. Just while there's a bit of a lull, I would like to be recording. So at the moment, Blue does not have many wards at all. Blue has a single pink up top, and then they have one in try. Compared to Red's warding, Red already has 2 pinks on their jungle side, plus the
one in river,
expire, and then 2 down bottom as well. So their bottom side of the map will be very hard to gank, which is very good because they want the AD carry to kind of increase and go farm as well as they can. And you can do that with utter security, knowing that most of the lane he'll be able to receive goes in. Compare this to Blue, which has a very limited amount of ward, so they don't have quite as much as awareness as the other team does.
and we'll notice that down in bot lane, Jin is pulling fairly far ahead of Tristana in farm, probably to do with the fact that he's already got a full item, so his damage is well ahead of hers. But there's the Rek'Sai ult coming all the way down to bot lane.
Probably won't be close enough to do anything.
We'll wait and see. Due to the ward in Tribush, Leona and Jin are easily disengaging, although there's the flash engage from the Alistair. Oh, we've got a 4-man gank in bot lane, but Jin has used his Yoru's passive to get some distance there. Oh, trapping Alistair on the tower, and here comes that Jin ult again. And oh, there's the 4th hit from the Jin ult, which is an amplified 200% crit chance that then scales off the enemy's missing health. And we'll notice that Vlad and J4 have come down to reinforce the bot lane and turn this round on the blue team yet again. If we go up to top lane, Kennan's hard engaging on Maokai, but Maokai seems to have just disengaged nicely. And there's another pink ward down for the red team. They have a very strong... That's all the pink wards that their team can place now on the map.
For those who are unaware, you can only have 5. Well, each person can only put down 1. They are just about to lose one easy rush there. However, that doesn't change how well we have the fight in the game. Getting on the job. Oriana has the most lockdown. Human has
Oh! And there's the 4th hit from Jin yet again.
Ignite, just not killing Leona. She'll walk out on 18 HP as well.
Bit of a close call there, and another kill to the red team's AD carry, making use of Jin's 4th hit, the extra crit chance there, popping Oriana with nicely because she is a rather squishy champion.
It's very well executed by Jin, not caving under pressure, just focusing on the targets correctly. Looks like Red's going to be able to secure the mid tower as well, since
which gives
base creators and mid laner is currently dead.
Yeah, and that gives them that bonus turret gold, which is 400 extra gold to each member that was there for taking the tower, which is quite a high amount of gold for a jungler to be able to gain. Yeah. So we have a slight lull here, although looking at the game right now, I would say that red team has a clear advantage with a 4k gold deficit.
If you start looking at the net worth between each of the characters, Leona is 1k ahead of Alistair. We have Jin is about 2k ahead on his very fast calculations for the mathematicians in the chat. About a 2k difference in each carries. Junglers are also fairly similar. 600 gold difference. The mid laners also have almost a k, so it's starting to draw itself out. However, it is still very early in this current time. Looks like red is cycling bot, however the ward will bring them out, so they won't actually engage there. Dragon has spawned as well.
Notice that it is now a Windrake.
There's a Windrake.
Yes. And we'll notice that Jin has already swapped his trinket out for the Farsight totem, which allows him to place down a ward that is seeable by the enemy team, but allows him to place it at a further distance from where he is to give him more vision.
Jin pops Yuma just to disengage.
Yeah, that would have been because was that the TP from the blue team that got cancelled?
Yeah.
Yes, thanks to Maokai engaging on cannon.
Very good. Jin's ult was just cancelled. Leon is going to see if they can get the kill.
Oh, that Rek'Sai has gotten there in time thanks to ult, but Vlad is also coming down, so we'll see this could turn around on the blue team even though they've disengaged.
I think Sun will get out on time. However, now there's 3 people and only Rek'Sai.
Now 4 as J4 joins the fight.
It'll be a very strong engage.
Yep, there's the engage from the J4, knocked up by the Rek'Sai. Looks like Vlad and J4 are just relieving pressure so that the red team may secure the spot tower. And going for an easy drag.
Very unlikely that we will seek to contest this. And we'll have also Baron spawning soon as well. About 5 seconds. For those people at home who haven't seen the new Baron animation, which I'm sure you all have, but demonstrate the new and improved look. We'll have that. Red team just has secured the Ocean Drake.
No, it was a Wind Drake.
Wind Drake? So the Cloud Drake actually.
Cloud Drake, sorry. My bad.
Plus 25 out of combat movement speed, which would be very good for
and then
those rotations.
Yes, and as you can see on the Dragon Pit, it will tell you what the next dragon is going to be, so we'll be looking at another Cloud Drake within a few minutes, 5 minutes. Now, blue team has managed to gain back some of that gold deficit. It's not quite as bad as it was before, but red team still seems to be pulling away ever so slightly. Especially with the successful taking of 2 first-tier turrets.
Alcar's getting it. Rek'Sai dropped the spine as well. J4's coming in to be able to secure a kill. Rek'Sai unfortunately sacrificed. There's a very good rotation from J4 being able to read what way the jungler was going. He has a lot of good base damage as well, both through his ult and his passive, so he was able to lock down the Rek'Sai. Bot lane we have King for assistance as well. Jin has 174 CS and 3 kills up. He already has another DS or Yumi's Ghost Blade and this is sort of, so he's becoming a problem very quickly. They're currently de-warding at the moment. However, the blue team looks just to be farming safely. However, that will be more difficult for them if they're constantly getting de-warded. Red buff looks like going over to Jin unless they're contested. Just by the looks of it, they will be unable to. So go for a red buff over to Jin.
Oh, full clear of the red buff there. Very nice trapping from Jin there, giving them warning of the other team and slowing the other team's engage on the 2 bot laners. You'll notice looking at Jin's build that he's going for that full damage armor penetration build. Looking at the BF sword and the serrated dirk there, his next item will be a Dust Blade, which Dust Blade of Drakkar is the full name of the item, but is a Dust Blade, which gives him more armor penetration and also gives him a passive like onto a Z ult, which can be very strong in an AD carry. Anything to add, Oscar? We have 3 pushing in bot lane here. Pings for assistance from the blue team as they are outnumbered. And
blue team will probably want to back out, and as you can see, the team's rotating around the tower. Another tower gone. Blue team possibly considering going for Maokai, however he did have a ward that he was very aware. Red team is now pushing into the tower.
Ooh. And an ult. They really don't want to lose that inhibitor tower there, which is fair enough considering how crucial a tower it is. Although it looks like the red team will now be able to grab it. Oh, Alistair stuffed up his combo on Jin there, which is unlucky because it would have been a very nice engage on the AD carry. Blue team giving it their all with 4 members of their team coming in to try and secure the kills here. But red team still managing to kite rather strongly. Oh! That's 2. Unlucky to Leona there that Jin wasn't able to kill the Tristana before she went down. That's still a double kill to the Jin and what's looking like an inhib to the red team. We have a flash engage from Maokai, locking up the cannon there, and Jin and Vlad struggling to catch up so as to be able to do the damage. Oh, cannon outputting a lot of damage there, shutting down the AD carry, which is a lot of gold. Red team looking like they've overstayed their welcome a little too much here.
It looks like Vladimir will be able to escape just with his life.
Barely.
However, they did get, off that push, they get 2 towers. And the swing of gold is still very much in their favour, looking at a 7k difference here at the moment.
And Jin did manage to add another 2 kills to his favour there, which will allow him to finish his Dustblade, and he's also able to buy a Zeal and a Dagger. So we're looking at a lot of damage for Jin right now.
Also, it'll be important to note that there were a couple of good items for the red team as well. Vladimir finished his Spirit of Sage, which increases how much health regeneration he gets. The Black Cleaver has been completed on J4, which is an immense increased armor penetration, which is already quite high due to his passive. Maokai also finished his lot of AD, so he's only going to get tankier at the current time. Rek'Sai did finish Dead Man's Plank, which is good for her. She'll be the front line we'll be needing to heal. I also saw that Tristana did finish her Infinity Edge as well, which is a very important step for her. She was very behind. However, that team fight managed to kind of pull her in, but it can't be denied that Jin is in a much better position since he's got 192 CS at 25 minutes, but has also finished his Duskblade of Drakfar and also just got his Zeal as well. Looks like that J4 is getting some change. Not quite enough to put him down, however. He'll walk away through the river and rejoin the rest of his team. Dragon has just respawned. As we noticed, it was another Cloud Drake. This is most likely where the next team fight will be.
And although it is a Cloud Drake, this actually is optimal for red team's AD carry, as Jin gets more damage from his movement speed. Is it movement speed? No, it's attack speed. But Jin, giving more movement speed to Jin while out of combat allows him to position better for team fights. Sorry. Momentary lapse in my mind.
Next dragon will be a Earth Dragon as well.
Which is a very strong drag to have, as it gives a team better pushing capability, as they will do more damage to towers. And if you give that to either of the AD carries, Tristana especially, no, out. Sorry, that was my house. Excuse me for one moment.
And now in the LoL, Shoutcaster has technical difficulties.
Also known as out. That was our what's his position? Recruitment manager Dean Ellison poking his head in as I live with him, trying to think that he is funny when he's actually not.
I don't know, he has to be so aggressive. Maokai looks like he's trying to secure the top tower, however it's not having much luck. Teamfight looks like he's about to pop out. Very good ult by Orianna.
Doing a lot of damage to J4 there. Vlad having to disengage, only using her ult as a disengage, whilst Jin tries to kite as he goes, but that Alistair has become quite tanky. Oh, the flash engage from Rek'Sai, followed up by the Alistair. That's quite a bit of damage. There's the Jin down. Very good engage from the blue team there.
We've got Maokai rotating around, going to throw out some crowns. They should be able to secure the tower. However, they'll need to do this very quickly.
Looks like red team's just going to concede the tower.
Be the wise thing to do.
And as for being able to destroy a tower quickly, Oscar, they have a Tristana on their team. She is one of the strongest tower destroying AD carries.
Red team is pinging out Baron. They might be considering, because blue team was low enough to back, they might be considering attempting to do Baron. To my awareness, blue team doesn't have any vision currently. So if they go and do it, blue would have no awareness. How it looks like they're just going to back out for the time being.
Yes.
Though I feel that would have been a good decision because they all would have had it back because they were quite low.
Yes. Although that was a very good team fight we saw from blue team there. Although to get the engage with that team fight, they did have to use quite a few summoner spells, so was able to pick off the AD carry. So you can see that even though they managed to win that fight, red team's still fairly ahead for the amount that blue team has to go just to get one kill in a team fight. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see that neither top tower has fallen. Both teams' top lane is grudgingly holding on, refusing to give ground there. Blue team seems to be rotating up, either going for the Baron or looking to close in on Maokai so as to finally secure this top tower for
Red
one
doesn't
team.
have any vision, so he has no understanding this is about to happen. But Maokai just walked around there. The enemy team, the red team, is all on the other side of the map, so they won't be actually able to contest this. So
Yeah, it's
Maokai
looking like that.
to step back and concede this tower.
Yep.
However, red team is pushing straight down and looking to contest, grab the inhibitor tower.
Although blue team is all backing, they should be able to get back in time to defend their tower, along with the cannon using TP. Red team now rotating back round. What would the... It'll be interesting to see what the teams decide to do here, as both seem to have backed off from one another. Red team are players short in the bot jungle here, so if they were to engage in a team fight, it may not go as well for them as it will for blue. Although they seem to be looking for a pick here. And here comes
Maokai. However, blue team looks like they're just going to disengage.
Seems to me the red team's going to try and force a fight, maybe? Oh no, Maokai's cancelled that TP, so now they're still short a player. Oh, Jin able to disengage there, but coming back in. Oh, the damage on the Tristana there, nearly killing her just with the Duskblade passive. That's the Kennen ult down, I believe, and there goes Kennen, followed by J4, and the Rek'Sai. Jin dealing out. Looks like this team fight will have gone in. Oh, quite a bit of damage coming off from Jin's forfeit there on Orianna, and the flash from Vlad to secure the kill. Now we only have Tristana left from the blue team. She's probably not going to be able to defend against 4 players, and that's an easy inhib for red team, maybe even a Nexus tower. Very good turn of the team fight there from the red team. You'll notice how well positioned their AD carry was, so that he was able to deal out damage and not lose.
That will most likely be the end of the game as well, depending on how long we go. We are taking a little bit too much damage. Up now, everyone's coming up.
Red team looking to go for the end, maybe? We'll wait and see.
Very good.
Not oh.
Jin's been exhausted.
Jin looking like he should probably get out of there. Oh, Jin's all alone in blue base. A little bit risky for him. Oh.
They overstayed their welcome a little there. That was quite a shift of gold for them as well. However, the gold differential is still 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 5k. Math skills, kids. 5k right there, and also most importantly, the tower difference. There's still about another 5 towers. So even though these guys are losing about 6 seconds or so, there's not much that the blue team can do with their advantage. Otherwise, other than making sure their base doesn't collapse.
True. Also, Oscar, could you put that mic in your mouth just a tiny bit more, please?
You're the boss.
Just a message from the viewers.
I have got no new message about my voice quality. Very well.
You could just trust me. Oh, we have some comments from the chat here. Some cheers for the Simsy boys, the blue team, and some comments saying, is this where the comeback begins from that final engage there as red team overstayed their welcome? We'll just have to wait and see. Red team looking like they're going to set up for Baron here, which is a very good move considering that the blue team has to stay and defend against the push of the super minions in bot lane, as they have no Nexus turrets to defend.
Red team going to secure Baron at the moment. Blue team is rotating up, but most of them are all on the other side of the map. Baron's already been reduced to about half HP. If they go for the engage, which they look like they're going to, they need to do very, very quickly. Tennant's got him with the AoE. Red team's got Baron natural. It's a very good ult by Orianna to kill. Jin's just dealing damage out from the back. Rek'Sai comes in. The Rune and Hurricane from Stana ripping from the enemy team, but Jin absolutely evaporates. The rest of the team has just been falling down. However, Orianna just falls. Tenet doesn't quite have the damage now. It's 3 versus 2. And it most likely Rek'Sai will die, so Rune gives Maria out
And
the ace.
And there's the win to the red team. Looks like it wasn't the comeback. Maokai using the TP, although the super minions have already pushed up to that open nexus, which was a very risky move. Blue going for all or nothing play there in the hopes of being able to ace the red team and get the Baron. And there's the GG going up in the chat.
Unfortunately, even though there was a very good engage by the blue team, the red team was able just to throw out so much more damage just from the back line.
Yes. Also, I've just had a request from chat. Sorry. Hell yeah, Simsy. There you go, Braden.
So congratulations to the red team. There will be a brief intermission while we set up for the next game.
Yes. Just pause the stream, I believe.
Right. So we'll just go back to the client. Right. We will briefly return in a moment while we just set up for the next game.
Are we off stream now, Lasky?
No.
Oh, we're still on stream. Cool.
Nice,
cool.
nice la. No, I'm just putting. Oh my god, I put it upside down. Now this is embarrassing.
Oh, Oscar embarrassing himself. What a moment. Doesn't happen often. It was very nice to do. Hell, we have a hell yeah in the chat. Someone obviously rooting for the red team there. Maybe. Ooh, I didn't see.
There. And we will be back soon. Right, so we've just been informed that there's going to be a little bit of an intermission in the stream. So what we'll be doing is that we'll be looking to grab a couple of interviews with the players as they come in. So Jesse has just gone to collect one. Just while we wait. So this Rumble tournament will be happening every Thursday at the moment. I'm happy. Bleh, sorry, I just had a mouth explosion. Very happy that you guys are enjoying the stream. Hopefully, maybe we'll be able to get Simsy. Thrax is the one that gets to make the final decision because I sent him to do it. So the second game is a little delayed, only because the other game just started. Hello, we're live.
Hello, yes. We've got the team leader from Red Team in Casual Game Room 1, if we'd like to interview him.
Yes, sounds good. I'll just jump over. Let's go.
Hello, this is Mr. One Taps or Tom Holland, whatever you want to call him.
Hey, hey.
So, how do you feel having just won the first game of the Rumble tournament?
Oh, pretty good. We thought we were going to have a bit of a rough start to start, but obviously that wasn't the case with game one.
Fair enough. Yes, you did seem to have quite a decent amount of control the entire game, although your team seemed to have a little bit of an issue with overstaying their welcome there.
Yeah, that's mainly just Tim being Tim. I can't control him.
Oscar, any questions?
Is that a common issue for you? Do you find that you'll make a significant push or successful team fight like that, and then you kind of lose out a little because you overstay your welcome a little? Would you say that's a team flaw?
I guess so, but at the end of the day, everything can be fixed. So it's only week one. We've got a lot to build on before we go into, I guess, the higher weeks and potentially the finals.
Yeah,
Perfect.
very good. Did you want to shout out to anyone while you're here?
I'd like to give out a shout out to my main man James, or Pope's Storm as the other shoutcaster, and my man Matt, who's shoutcasting the other game as well.
Yes.
Two of my good mates. James is also, I guess, helping us along the way with a bit of coaching here and there.
Oh, okay, that's very nice of him. Yes. Yeah, no, they're currently still shoutcasting the other game, which is ongoing.
How's that going, by the way?
It's not even 20 minutes in.
Oh, okay. So
you guys, it's only just 20 minutes in, so presumably you've got a fair bit of a break here now, so
Yep.
you can take some time to relax, get a drink, whatever you need. And we'll
Sounds
send you a
good.
message about 5-10 minutes before we'll start up the next game.
Yep.
So we'll be running slightly behind, but yeah.
No problems.
Your next bracket is you're playing against Sam's team, I believe, the yellow team?
Okay.
Yes, yeah, you are.
Really
You're playing-
looking forward to that.
Yes, that'll be fun. Tom getting to play against the president of the UOWLoL there, participating in the tournament.
And she's gonna ban Aurelia on me because she hates me.
Well, she doesn't hate you, she just hates it when you play Aurelia, and I can understand that because
Hey,
you're one of the most annoying Aurelia players I've seen.
I'm sorry. I enjoy having fun.
That's true,
No.
you do enjoy it. Oscar, what have you inviting me to? Cast a 1v1. Oh, okay, here we go.
Just for the entertainment of our viewers, nothing serious. We're gonna have a nice, easy 1v1. So thank you for your interview. We also look forward to spectating the next game you play in.
Yes, and
Thank
good
you.
luck, Tom. I can't root for any team. Good luck to my friend, I guess.
Thank
very
you,
much.
and keep up the good work, guys.
Thanks, Tom. Catch you, man.
See you
Later.
later.
Hello.
Hello. Okay.
So,
you ready?
what are the rules of this 1v1?
You get to press random 3 times.
Alright, let's go.
Standard rules as well. It's first person to die twice, 100 CS or tower.
Is it rude if I'm live watching your stream so I can see
Yes,
what you
you're
choose?
not allowed to ghost me. That is against.
Here we go!
Aww, that's no fun.
The early bird guts the
Okay,
worm.
no, I don't want that.
Alright, I've done my 2 randoms.
It's 3 randoms.
Oh, sorry, yeah, but I don't need to just.
I'm banking on my 3rd random right now, Oscar.
Here we go.
Oh. Oh!
No,
Oh!
I don't like the sound of that.
I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, I don't have any runes set up for this champion.
Now, that is how you say unfortunate for you.
It's very unfortunate.
We're not made of time, we're just burning time.
This is true. Alright. Just hold on. Let me just see what runes I can use. What's this one got? Armor hand.
I stay in the same room. It's not like you're talking to anyone else.
I said runes.
Oh, right, I'm sorry. Oh,
Alright.
we go.
Here we
Welcome
go.
to the first caster 1v1 where we burn time. We have Damien Darksky versus Thrax. Just some childish fun.
Can I go to the team now so that I can just watch the chats? Oh, I'm so screwed. I just saw that's not a random roll. I don't believe. Could someone from the chat
stream,
please
you can watch
verify
you can watch
that
me random into that.
Oscar has random that, because I am so screwed on every level right now.
Who are you playing? It didn't come up for me.
It's Master Yi.
Oh, I'm not a very good Swain. You might be lucky here.
I just got a queue for success, right?
Yeah, that's right. Haven't you watched my YouTube video, which is like how to play Master Yi? Step 1 feed, step 2 KS, step 3 win. Okay, swapping OBS over to the LoL game now.
Just so you know, Sam has given us the ability to momentarily make people shoutcaster privileges, so we can bring them into our chat if we need to. Alright. So, this is our first 1v1. If anyone has any requests of how we can kill time with stupid customs like this, please feel free to suggest, or we can bring in other shoutcasters while we wait for people to prepare, or whatever. Whatever you want to entertain, we aim to please. Something like that. Did you say Ez already in the all chat? It's a bit rude. I'm not looking at your item buys, I swear.
Oi, none of that.
Oscar, we're in a single lane.
You're not allowed to ghost me.
Fine, just give me a sec.
I'm gonna make sure my autocasts are on A.
Get out of that bush though.
Hey, that's called ghosting, Jesse.
I got rid of it, I just stopped it, okay?
I'll default win this. Go on, you won't. You won't? This is not going well. Come on. One. Fuck. This is
Whoa, that's 1 kill to me!
not a good start.
Also, I didn't expect to hit you with that snowball.
I mean, I didn't move at all.
I figured you would have gone to that bush, because I actually did stop ghosting you. I only saw you in the first bush.
Sure.
I swear. I swear on me, ma'am.
I'll just beat you to 100 CS, it's fine.
I'm Master Yi, I'll just Alpha Strike every CS. Don't think I won't. What is it, 100 CS or 2 kills?
100 CS, 2 kills.
So I've just got to kill you one more time. Is that what you're telling me? But I can't, I have to die to back, to buy, which is annoying.
Fortunately for you, I have no idea how to last hit a Swain.
You think I can last hit as Yi when it's that close to tower? Oh wow, you really don't have any idea how to last hit a Swain. Stop that.
Go Beatrice.
Did you just say Is its name Beatrice?
Its name's Beatrice, Jesse.
Why the hell is its name Beatrice?
I
Who
don't
names
know.
it? What sort of weirdo is Swain?
Hey, it's Beatrice's name. It's not. He didn't pick it.
Well, he might have.
It's almost like you don't understand.
Oh, this is an easy win. Oh no! Oh.
Oh.
And here we can see why Master Yi is a stupid champion. I thought I nearly got to you then.
Yeah, so did I. I was like, oh, I think I stepped a little too close here.
So we're both gonna go back for the health, I assume.
Yeah.
I'll fight you. 1v1 me, mid lane, right now.
Yeah, just 1v1 me on the tower, please.
No! Oh, your stun's down. Haha, you got poked.
Yeah, outside of its range, I might add.
Oh, you were in range. Obviously.
Spaghetti.
So yeah. Spaghetti, we can't say that Oscar was shoutcasting. Oh, what aim? I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
No.
Cookie bitch.
Well, you won't let me look at the Twitch chat, so I can't tell if anyone's requesting me to do stupid things.
But you'll
I'll
look
put
at
myself,
that.
I'll go to the Twitch stream, but I'll put myself behind, I won't go live, just so I can see the chat, alright? Or I'll pause it.
So you just pause it. The chat's not tied to.
Yeah, I realise that. You'll find Simsy at the Qantas terminal. What does that mean? We have a shout out from Lil Dino saying, is that famous YouTuber Dank Memes Guy Damien streaming? The absolute madman. Hey, look at that farm. Oh, get away from me. You disgust me as a champion. Uh-oh. Many regrets have been made. Oh no, I'm lagging.
Quick, kill him while he's lagging.
Dean, I swear if you are actually lagging the internet to purposely let Oscar beat me, I'll be very upset.
I have no memory. This is it, kids. This is where I die.
Get him!
Yeah.
Yep. GG. I mean, we can keep playing if you. We could do another.
Fuck you. I mean.
We could do another.
What a hacker.
What is this? I thought it was a fucking 5v5 tourney. Well, the other game is currently still underway, and we can't stream 2 games at once, I'm sorry to say. So we're currently just waiting for it to finish so that we can start the second round of the 5v5 tourney for tonight.
Okay. Kill off.
Leave?
Yep.
No, you leave first.
I did.
I don't believe you.
Press live on the stream.
I don't trust you. It's gonna say victory for you now.
That would be pretty smart. However, I can assure you that's not what's happening.
If I go to live and it says victory. What? Who's messaging us? We'll just ignore that.
How's the other games going?
I'll have a look. Well, I guess we could stream the other game, but there's already people spectating it, so already people shoutcasting it, so that would be seen as rather rude.
I mean, it doesn't stop, like, you have organizations like Beyond the Summit who just spec the other tournament game.
It's true. But we're not going to do that out of respect to our other shoutcasters. Maybe if we only had one set of shoutcasters on tonight, but for now we'll just leave it. The other game is 30 minutes in. I can
do you have
tell
any
you.
stats from us?
Do you want me to check the stats? I can check the stats if you want.
Yes, please.
Just give me a sec. I was using my game message. I need to search one of the players from the other game so I can see what the stats are. If you roster. Cool. Assume Damien is in this game. Okay, we're searching.
The highest amount of viewers we had was in the middle of the game where we had 17, by the way. Some stats.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, live game. Let's see what I can tell you here. Whew.
We're waiting on you.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the stats. Currently, why is it? Sorry, it's messing up a little. Champion played KDA. Sorry, the site I'm using is messing up. I'm gonna message you one of the players' names, and you could maybe search Oscar because you could bring up the stats on live screen. Also, because my internet browser is messing up a little. Just search that summoner. And if you can see Discord messages in Oscar's.
No, you can't. Jesse, I'm not stupid.
Oh, I was just gonna say.
Jesus.
You can see our recruitment manager flaming us for not letting him into the chat.
Truth.
But that's just a bit of light banter, because he knows.
What am I supposed to do with that?
With the name,
Yeah.
we'll put it into like LoL Nexus or something, I assume. Or whatever. What site do you use?
Op.gg.
Oh, that.
It says there shouldn't come up if there. No, stop telling me I use adblock. I'm aware.
I think you need to be told more about the ad block.
Okay, so at the moment they are in game. It's 31 minutes and 57 seconds. The bans are Aurelia, Gragas, Malzahar, Janna, Nasus, and Volibear. The only similar bans there are really Aurelia. The picks for the different teams. For blue team, we have Amumu, Garen, Lulu, LeBlanc, and Lucian. I'm not quite sure about the synergy in that. And then for red team, we have Zarya, Wukong, Braum, Ezreal, and J4. Where you can see the much clearer synergy in that team. So you have essentially the Wombo combo. You would either have Wukong going in first to engage, then Zarya wrapping her ult around that, Braum wrapping the ult, J4 wrapping ult, and then Ezreal to clean up afterwards. But that's very dependent on them being able to execute that correctly. If they can't execute it, then the superior pick-off comp that blue team has would be able to win. However, outside of those stats, I don't have any more information for you. Those are just the general stats. According to oc.op.gg, the Amumu player has never played Amumu in the ranked before, and neither has Lulu played theirs. Braum has a 100% win rate with Braum. However, that is only 2 games played. And Zarya has a 43% win rate with 61 games played. So it's not everyone's playing on their strongest heroes, however, they may be more confident playing within a team. So we'll have to wait for this game to pan out. Average league game's 30 to 40 minutes, so this should be wrapping up soon.
Just a little side note, Oscar, just for the player who has no ranked games with Amumu, they are actually level 25. So,
okay.
as to why they have no ranked games, they can't actually play ranked yet.
That would make sense.
Yes, just a little side note there. Which is a great step for them, still competing in the Rumble Tournament, still giving it a go, even though they won't have the full range of runes and masteries, which could be seen as a disadvantage, although depending on their skill, you never know. Let's see what the chat's saying. Are you setting up another custom?
Yep.
Okay.
Same rule, 3 randoms.
Yes. Oh, I better pause the thing.
Right, so we're about to launch into our second 1v1, just while we're burning some time.
Know that if the tables were turned, I would show
Oscar,
you
I can hear the sound of you getting Vega right now. I can literally hear my dude. Oh, no, I'm ready.
You ready?
Yep. Hold on a sec. I've got this. You're gonna hate me.
I'll lock in there. It accelerates when you lock in.
Yeah,
Okay.
I locked in.
Are you
This is
playing
my
AP
second-
or AD?
You'll find out.
I guess it doesn't matter now, because after they ruined my precious Vega's ult. Oh, as disgusting as it was.
You're not gonna get to level 6, boy. Look who I got.
It won't come up for me until I load in. So I'm lagging a little.
Aw.
Come on, load up. Load
might as
up.
well. La 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 la. I'm gonna have to go get a drink soon. Prepare to get memed, sir.
Being this much of a rookie. Oh, Blitzcrank. Oh boy. Here we go.
Here we go, boys. I mean, I could have gone for like my other two randoms, but you know, I got this and I was just happy.
Right.
UOWLoL.
Let's get started.
La la la. I am Blitzcrank.
It's only a
Now, will people get mad if I spam the laugh? Do you think?
Welcome to the Howling Abyss.
Oh god, it's a
What?
terrible voiceover.
Why don't you have the best Vegas skin, Oscar?
Because this is rarer.
Yeah, but mine's better.
I have both,
You
you
deny
idiot.
the darkness in your
Well, why don't you
soul.
use it?
You
Because
deny
oh,
Why are
I
you
wouldn't
so-
use this one.
Fair enough.
I mean, look at this.
That's true.
See you later, boys. Got.
You deny the darkness in your soul. You deny your power.
Come out.
What's black and blue? and
Come out of where?
show you the
You don't know what
darkness
bush I'm
you
in.
pay. What's black and blue? And is
You don't know
about to
which
show
bush
you
I'm
the
in, Oscar. I could be in any bush.
It's only two, Jesse.
I could be in any.
Stalking prey.
Got him! I bought it. Look what I bought first.
Blasting one.
I don't think I'm gonna win this one, but I'm gonna have fun. You can obviously farm better than me.
Doesn't mean I will.
Your commands tire me.
Oh.
Man, imagine if the tables were turned, how screwed you'd be.
The magic.
Stop that. Ah! I don't know the hitbox on the Santa one. Because no one plays it. I haven't played Blitzcrank in quite some time. Oh! Get him! Ah! I got minion boxes so heavily. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
There's so much minion block.
Let me deliver some presents to you, Jesse.
I am Blitzcrank.
Man, I thought I was screwed.
Even now, you're
Must have
not
just been out of tower range.
You would like. I mean, how are you? Oh, you're level 6. I am. This game's over. I'm only level 4. I got it. Yeah.
Mother of mercy. How cool is the falling bauble though?
That's alright. So I'm so screwed. You have your ult now. Bunch. I didn't even get that minion. Oh. Nah, I don't have ult yet. You don't have to be scared.
That's true. But you will soon. Then I will be scared.
Yeah, but you have your ult.
How did that not hit you?
Because I'm a god. Got him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, come on. Now you're just insulting.
stalking prey again.
I am Blitzcrank. Oh, you're just going for the 100 farm, aren't you?
I mean, if you're not gonna come close enough for me to kill you, I'll just farm you out.
I can't get close enough. You got too many minions in the way. I would have E'd then.
Stay the fuck away from me.
Wait your minions now, boy! Running away. Is that your ult?
Yeah, that was disappointing. I forgot that
Yo.
it's just
It scales off health now, not AP. Hello. What are you gonna do now, Oscar? You got 12 seconds. Oh.
It's close to me.
You're gonna run to the other health, aren't you?
Yup. This is a close game, much closer than the other one.
It's because I'm not good at Blitzcrank.
Oh. Oh. Mm.
You ready?
And you wait
Do you
like
wanna know?
a minute?
No. No, I can't do anything. I'll just stay back here, I'll be safe. Whoa! Oh no! That's on stream!
Oh,
That's
God.
on stream!
Can't wait to slow-mo highlight that bad
I'm not going at you on the tower. You win.
Even death
You said to wait a minute anyway.
my presence.
Oh, I just lagged out. Hold on. Oh! Oh, no! Run! Run out of your way! Ah.
Short way instead of short jump.
Oscar, find me at my tower. It's be way more fair.
one. No thanks.
I think.
I'll pass on that.
Oh, fine. No fun.
Oh.
Where am I wonder.
It's close to me.
Joke's on you, I'm hiding behind my tower.
I don't believe that.
Ah!
Come here, big boy.
Nope! Well,
Oh.
can't catch me. But you have, you have no E for a while. Come here. Oh! How close was that to getting you? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Winner, winner. Ba, 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 ba. Hey,
To answer your question, Johnny, the next game will start roughly, we can't say.
Nice one. Hold on, I'll check the OC off stats for a sec now that we've finished this game.
Yes. Johnny, are you not enjoying watching my amazing Blitzcrank game?
Amazing is a strong word.
I think it's amazing.
Let's swap over back to...
Oh! They have finished. We will be able to start the next game in 5 minutes or so.
Perfect. There you go, guys. There'll be a small 5-minute intermission while we set up. We will see you guys soon.
The intermission will be me inviting the team because we need to get underway because we're running late. Agility somehow. Cool. Send in
Welcome back. We're just waiting for the other teams to join. So while we do that, we're going to just talk about the stats from the game. So the Statsman Battlefy has come to the rescue and has provided us with some interesting stats. At the moment, the most banned champions is a 10-way tie at the moment. The banned heroes so far are Twisted Fate, Severe, Aurelia, Janna, Nasus, Gragas, Malzahar, Volibear, Darius, Zac, Yasuo, and Jinx. Should be noted that the only really strong picks as per the patch so far would most likely be Yasuo, Zac, Malzahar, and Jinx. Aurelia is always strong, hence why we have the meme, better nerf Aurelia. But everyone else would either be style bans, or respect bans, or comfort bans. So for example, when I play, I tend to ban out Soraka, because I don't like playing against Soraka. And that was even before she was buffed. That's just something I don't like playing against, for example. You'll note that a lot of these are mid laners, which is pretty common as well, because mid laners since Season 2 to 3 has always had one of the biggest impacts on the game. There's only been two 80 carry bans. 80 carries tend to be very flexible, however there's only a certain amount of 80 carries in meta at one time. So for example, the 80 carries in meta right now would be Jhin, Jinx is another one, and then outside of that, not many others are picked, so you don't very often see Varus picked, for example.
This is true. Now, Oscar, as we have both teams here, did you want me to ask them if they wanted to get underway, or did you want to continue to talk about game stats?
Ask them if they want to get on the way.
Okay.
While he's just doing that, the most warded team will actually be the Memorana team. They have had 27 wards, but they're also tied with 27. So all teams have been warding out pretty well. However, the Herbert team has definitely come out ahead with an extra 60 extra GPM, which is fairly significant, because obviously that's how you buy all your items, your rewards, and so on. But everyone else's CS per minute tends to be around the same as well. So this is definitely coming from kills. So this means we've had very high kill orientated games, which is pretty common for low bronze silver games. Okay, we are about to kick off for the game, so we can talk about the stats a bit later.
Yeah. Just one moment, I just have to check something before we allow the teams to start. I'm just double checking their subs just for
We're just
rules'
going
sake.
to check the subs to make sure that's all fine. The most picked champion, while Thrax is checking that out, is actually J4. He's been picked twice so far. J4 always has a very good jungle. He also has very good presence and engage, and he's a very good divide between attack, like heavy attack, and heavy tank, because due to his passive, which is guaranteed armor penetration on the first hit, and his high base damages, he always tends to fit well in any comp, especially lockdown wise. So that's probably why he's been picked more often.
Alright, we're good to go.
Right, we will be getting into game 2 for tonight. Is there any more games after this one?
Yeah, there's one more game after this one.
There's also one more game after this.
And we will be uploading. There's 2 games per bracket, so there's actually another game ongoing at the moment while this game is ongoing, but we can only stream 1 game at the moment for the time.
So we recorded and highlighted on the YouTube channel later.
Yes.
And we are jumping into the game now.
Into bans. We'll notice that the blue team has gone for the blue side yet again, even though it didn't seem to work out for them in their first game. We'll just have to, well, purple team technically, if you're going from the Battlefy colours. Wait and see, and there they go, they've connected. Oh, there's the Yasuo ban yet again from purple. See what the red team wants to do. Well, this isn't actually red, this team is blue, according to Battlefy, which is very confusing. Or we'll just say Damien's team and Jono's team. There's a Pantheon ban, not a ban you often see in ranked.
I would assume that this is a respect ban on behalf of the red team. Because Pantheon isn't that strong, as in like high competitive play, it may be more based on each other, based on them. But Pantheon is also a good pub stomper. Brand has come out. Brand is a remarkably strong hero, especially after his mini rework kind of thing. And Jinx is banned again. So we have two champions already, which have been more frequently banned than all the others. So we have Jinx coming out and Yasuo, and that's because they are very strong picks in the current meta. Jhin coming out. They've known that Jhin is also another strong AD carry in the current meta, but they also might have seen the success that Jhin had in previous games, and is just willing to ban that one out. We go to the third ban for the red team, so this means blue team will get the first pick. Pardon me. We'll see what the third ban is.
Looks like to be a bit of a decision making going here. Malphite? Yep, cool. I'm just going to screenshot these now, just in case of a remake or anything. Awesome. Hello to all our spectators, by the way. If you have any questions, please feel free to speak up in the chat as I am monitoring / watching it, so I can answer anything you say. Or shout out anything, as long as it's not too inappropriate.
So, we have a Renekton first pick. Generally fairly good top laner, fits in within that matrix of good base damage, good lockdown, but also very tanky as well. We jump over to the two picks for the red team. Leona is also a very good pick from the previous game. Leona is always a solid pick due to her just immense lockdown. Malzahar has also been picked. Malzahar has been fairly strong after his rework due to the nature of how his
passive works.
His Voidlings, that's it, his Voidlings work. And also how they added his old W to his R also gives an amazing amount of lockdown and percentage HP damage. We jump over to the blue team, we have Severe and Rek'Sai. You can already see a team comp judging in. Rek'Sai already has amazing mobility, and so does Renekton due to his slice and dice. Couple that with Severe's ult, they have amazing chasing potential. So this will definitely look like a run and gun type of kill. If they want to execute this team comp well, they will want to make sure that they have good warding. They see like a Leona out of place, they all jump in and sprint towards that person, murder them, and then rotate onto the next objective. Speaking of murder, we're hovering over a Rengar pick.
Rengar pick, and we also have an Ezreal pick. That's a very mobile AD carry.
Yep.
And now going off the Rengar back to the Gragas.
The Ezreal pick is very good because, especially against this team comp, because he has a flash built into his kit, plus he gets the extra flash if he actually needs to use it. And he also is very hard to build against because of his mixed damage. Gragas has also been one of the most common junglers for the last couple of patches just due to his role clear, good displacement, good CC. Jump over, we have Braum, very effective against Ezreal due to the ability to block most of his abilities. And you have Syndra, also good for single target lockdown. Is this
no.
an actual Teemo? I don't really think I could shout out the Teemo game.
I don't know, it is Damian Warner we're watching here. He does like to do picks like Teemo. Although we do have someone in the chat shouting for the top lane Raka. So that would be just as bad a pick as a Teemo, because it would also make me... Okay, there's a Trundle pick, I feel a little better now. Not as sickening. We can look at the two team comps a bit more closely now. Oscar also bring in... Damien's replying to the chat there. Seems to be conversing with our viewers.
We would politely request that you stop that and focus on the game. Because we don't
Well, if he wants to pick a fight with one of the viewers, it's at his own discretion.
I mean, yeah, but you know, the accusations of ghosting now, because that would be terrible. Even though we are 3 minutes behind.
3 minutes behind.
So
but he's also just messaged me saying he wanted to play Teemo, but his team vetoed it.
Oh, well, that is unfortunate, because that would have been quite a unique experience. So we're jumping into the second game of the night. Once again, 3-minute delay for competitive integrity. We'll just talk about the picks. So as I was discussing earlier, the blue team definitely has the run and gun pick-off approach. So everyone, except for Syndra, Syndra's the most immobile, but Braum has his jump. Everyone else has their own innate form of chasing potential through slice and dice, through the ult, through Rek'Sai's or tunnel creation, Braum's jump. So that if they find a target, they will be able to collapse on them and destroy them, move on to the next objective. However, that's very dependent on being able to ward correctly and having great map awareness. Compare that to the red team, where red team has more of a lockdown kind of comp. So through Leona, Malzahar, and Gragas, they will find one or two targets, lock them down, and then kill them. It'll be interesting to see which one works. They're very similar comps, it's just one is more focused on chasing, whereas one is more just on finding the pick and then collapsing on them. As a general rule, I would feel more confident on red team, only because they can prioritize their picks better, versus the blue team, where it's very dependent on them being able to execute it. If a red team fights and the team fight well, then that's it. But blue team needs to execute their strategy correctly, otherwise it's all for naught.
Indeed, that's true. You also have a very strong disengage on the two main damage champions of the red team, with Malzahar's passive coming into play there. Although they did nerf it, making the cooldown time longer, he still has a passive which gives him the ability to block any ability. So if Syndra were to stun him, it would have no effect, and he would be able to just walk away and get out of that nice and easily. And we also have, as you said, the flash built into Ezreal's kit, which gives him a nice, easy disengage. And Trundle can bring up his pillar to disengage from enemy champions, disrupting them, making their engages not as strong, which is probably why we are seeing the Trundle pick, so that when Sivir ults and they go in for the run and gun attack, Trundle will throw his pillar up in the center to split their team. 30 seconds or so till we're in. Should be an interesting game to see. Let's see. No. Up the Sims coming up in the chat. We've got some few cheers for blue team. See if they can. Oscar, really?
Okay, we have 13 seconds before we'll be kicking into the game. So this is. What are the team names for this one? Thrax?
What are the team names?
Yeah, for spectating.
We are watching. Well, I don't really have the.
Is it Jonathan versus Damien?
It's Jonathan versus Damien. Yes, those are the two team captains.
Team versus blue team, which is very confusing because I'm pretty sure the purple team is on the blue team and the blue team is on the purple team. But that's okay,
that's what I was saying earlier.
Colorblind mode is on, so we'll only be looking at blue and red.
Yes.
So make sure you catch which team we're referring on, because we won't be referring them to Damien and Jonathan's team as the game goes on. Alright. We're just about to kick in. I'll swap over from the League of Legends client over to the League of Legends game, because they don't have it integrated.
Oh, yeah, so of course.
So we're just loading in. Just as a reminder, this is played on patch 6.19 on the public servers. And LoL game should be just about to come up on your screen. So we have Runewall's Renekton, the very old classic season 1 Spectacular Severe, Eternum Rek'Sai, Braum, and oh my god, Atlantean Syndra versus Valkyria Leona, Dijin Malzahar, not connected, Superfan Gragas, and Constable Trundle.
So, at the moment, we've got, as shouted out at the chat,
Ezreal.
There's a Team 4 skin in there, and we have a full team of skins there. And we're looking at 2 level 6 masteries there, so that means that presumably those players are fairly comfortable in their champion picks.
Oh, they're very persistent, one or the other. I mean, you still get points for playing them. It's just
yes, but to get to your level 6, you need to consistently get an S- or higher.
Sounds like they just boosted animals.
Maybe. Damian Warner did make a comment about that earlier, but we'll ignore that. We have a comment from the chat, red team versus team foreskin. Very accurate there.
Alright, we're just waiting for the game to load in. Everyone's just hit 100%.
Yep, it's probably just...
And we're loading in.
Woo! Here we go. No pings as of yet.
Crush your dreams! They're in your skull, right?
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Okay, everyone seems to be taking up normal defensive jungle positions. With the blue team pinging for Renekton to get into place and guard that top jungle.
Right.
And a nice good luck, have fun call there from the Trundle.
Okay. So, welcome to the game, everyone. I will be your shoutcaster and your cameraman, multitasking, which is very difficult. And we
Nice seeing
have
you all.
Jesse or Thrax will be your co-shoutcaster.
Whereas I have free roam of the camera, so I can just... I don't have to watch Oscar because of the delay, but it helps. We can already see some ward placement from both teams. Red team getting a ward in the river there so that they can see whether or not an invade is coming. Blue team warding up as well in case of that engage. And we're looking at a normal landing phase, no one going out of position here.
Standard swaps out. A carry is returning to lane. Let me just sort this out for us.
What are they saying in the chat? Don't worry, Braum is here. Oh dear. And the banter begins already.
Some already poke coming out from Severe here. Rek'Sai very low in the jungle, but that's pretty common. She has a very weak start, but due to her passive, she'll be able to heal that up right away afterwards.
Notably, Rek'Sai had a stronger start in her previous game that we saw, so obviously the leash wasn't quite as strong this time.
There you go, and you'll see that she heals that back up fairly quickly. Syndra looks like she's already pushed back. Malzahar already demonstrating a slight lead. For those people who aren't aware of the new way that Malzahar works, that he has a passive called Void Shift, and if he hasn't received any damage or been crowd controlled, he gains a massive damage reduction in crowd control immunity, lingering for a short amount of time after taking damage. His Q is the same, his E is essentially the same, and his W is a Void Swarm, which summons a Voidling lasting 12 seconds, and then every time the Voidling attacks a champion or monster or assists in killing a unit, it spawns another Voidling, and it keeps coming until there's 3. Or the swarm of them. I mean, his ult is the suppression one, but it also has his old W as well, which just gives him a small pool of percentage HP damage as well.
And we can see a bit of scrapping happening up in top lane if you go up to the Oscar with Renekton going in, doing that WQ combo to get off some nice damage against Trundle. And then we have a on my way ping from Rek'Sai, although Malzahar has just warded. It's rather unlucky timing for that gank. Oof. And Renekton getting off some more early damage, showing how much of a early game bruiser he is within that top lane. But Gragas looking like he's going in for the gank here.
Getting a nice slowdown. Just laying down the slows. However, Renekton should be able to get out fine. Though some nice damage was returned.
Yes, indeed. Although Rek'Sai has rotated up, so we might see a bit more of an elongated fight, although the red team's backed out.
So, the interesting thing about Renekton is that he can afford to take some damage because he has innate health regeneration, but also
here's the
Trundle.
gank again.
There's
And there's the flash from Renekton.
First summon
Not wanting to get caught out there. Oh, Gragas looking to maybe pull off a sneaky third gank here by staying in that bush, but Renekton has realised that he's right there, and Gragas decided just to back. Oh,
bit of a scrap going bot lane at the moment. Severe is nearly out of mana, unfortunately, but that's okay because she can regenerate a lot of it through her
Spell Shield, her E, which although it has a long cooldown, it does give her quite a chunk of mana back, so if Leona were to try and engage on her, she would be able to just use that and then retain some more mana.
So, pretty dead even in most of the cases. Oh, here comes the engage. You can see that she just used the Spell Shield to block Leona's stun after she landed. Ezreal is also out of mana entirely. Has a 34, which means that most of this combo will be unavailable to him.
Yeah, and we
Despite
can see
that,
some
Leona
more.
is playing very aggressive.
Oh, but then she still manages to get to her, even through the spell shield, and there goes the exhaust. But Ezreal is 2 mana
Low on mana.
low. Too low. Sorry, yeah, I phrased that wrongly. Too low on mana to follow through on that nice engage from Leona. And so there's a summoner, 2 summoners down, 1 from each team. And if we return to top lane, we can see that Renekton is continuing to bully Trundle. Nothing interesting really happening so far in the
Blue
game.
team is for 400 gold ahead, but hardly anything, as you can understand.
Yeah.
Syndra has recently just returned to base. She has bought her just an extra vision ward and boots, by the way. Some extra mobility to get away from
She bought a Phoenix Codex.
Oh, did she? Didn't see that.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is giving her some nice more 10% cooldown reduction, because she is all about the combos. Playing back to bottom lane at the moment. Ezreal's still fairly low on HP, almost no mana. However, bot lane has returned. Bot lane has just bought their BF sword on Sevilla, and has also upgraded. Braum has also upgraded his brace and boots. Ezreal is returning as well. Ezreal has slightly more farm, so he should be able to buy everything and put an item for him as well. Every time Trundle's gone to back, Renekton's gone and tickled him, but now Gragas is going to stay in the lane while Trundle backs. And they can't keep that pressure. Leona also has brought up her target. Ezreal, by the looks of it, will be going blue build. He just got tier 2 sapphire crystals and a vision ward. So he'll definitely be looking to try to get as many spells off as possible.
Yeah. He'll most likely be going for the Mana Moon, followed by the Iceborne Gauntlet, as is the norm for Ezreal builds these days.
Rek'Sai walks right past the Red team does know that he's there, but whether or not he sticks around to secure it is different matter. Leona's walking across now. We'll probably just catch Rek'Sai walking.
Whether or not she can... Oh, Rek'Sai manages to steal the blue buff still with the smite there. No one else coming to aid Leona. So, not much success.
The blue buff for their team will be respawning shortly, so it looks like they'll have 3 buffs on the side of blue team, which is a very good start.
Here we see Syndra and Malzahar just trading wards with each other. No apparent reason.
It'll be interesting to note that Severe also has some pretty good scalings, so her BF sword is being used to quite a lot of effectiveness in chewing down Ezreal. However, she's running fairly low on spells because Leona and Ezreal aren't spamming spells, they're using what is strictly necessary. Gragas is rotated across the field to make it going to return the blue buff. Even though that's not fantastic, it means that he's on one side of the map while we go for the sneaky engage here. Now, they have no awareness, but they do have a ward in that bush there. So
Rek'Sai has just given herself away.
They haven't pinged it out yet. They may just still be aware, however, they'll know that's that. Renekton has also backed off because he saw the ward for Gragas. Both teams warding pretty well at the current time. Rek'Sai backing has decided to stay.
There's the... Oh, here comes the engage in bot lane. Rek'Sai with the knock-up. Ezreal with his flash out. Looks like Leona's going to pay the price here, though. Oh, man,
the flash out of Leona's ult on Ezreal, just making sure he doesn't get hit. No trade there, lots of spells traded, however, no blood has been spilled, so we're now at 10 minutes.
Although, looking at the amount of summoners that the red team had to blow, I would say the blue team came out on top there. Presumably, although Rek'Sai did use the flash as well.
Syndra just returned back to base. Top lane still scrapping. It's been a very slow game in terms of kills. There's a very direct comparison to the previous game which we spectated. Reddington just backed out.
It'll be interesting to see who comes out on top between the Renekton and the Trundle, as Trundle has quite a high amount of lifesteal, and his ult allows him to take control of Renekton's armor, which is one of his main strengths. Although, as we can see, the Renekton has a phage, so he's going for a bit more damage to begin with rather than becoming tanky. Oof. So 10 minutes in and still no first blood. Very slow. You can see Gragas coming down to bot lane, hopefully for a gank, although the ward there has warned Vivian Braum to back out. Oh, there's the Malzahar ult in mid lane and the ignite. Will the damage be enough to get Syndra? No, it will not, and now Malzahar is very low on mana and will not be able to follow through on the rest of the fight from the looks of things.
So right there you can see how the Malzahar got lane scrapping going on. However, it looks like they're not actually willing to fight at this current time. Gragas is around mid lane at the moment. Yeah, Malzahar isn't very good at engaging. Also mana. Right here you can see an example. However, Syndra just get a lot of money out of that.
Back off.
It is easy, see?
We'll note that it's very hard for Leona to lean in Ezreal to engage, mainly because of shield. However, Leona does look like she's going to take a lot of Leona, even though Severe walked into Leona's to get the auto attack to secure the kill. The first blood
Indeed.
has been finally spilled at 12 minutes.
Excuse me, Oscar, I'm just having some technical difficulties with my internet, so I didn't even know that first blood had been spilt for a moment there. I'm just gonna go have a look to see which of my housemates are on the web where I'm still here.
Ezreal just uses his ult to clear, however, Severe manages to just get out since Braum was able to block the majority of Ezreal's damage. Just jumping to the different lanes. At the moment, Trundle and his lane opponent, Rennington, have both jumped back. Rennington's definitely pulled ahead in farm. He's sitting at 90 and Trundle is sitting at 78. In mid lane, however, Syndra has pulled ahead of Malzahar, sitting on 101 versus his 87. Syndra has managed to finish a Morella Nomicon. And Rennington has built his Warhammer and his Phage at the moment, but has chosen not to upgrade his boots, whereas Trundle has decided to get a little tankier and buy his Ninja Tabba. The first scrap out, once again, just disengages. Red team just slayed the dragon. It was a Mountain Drake. Mountain Drake is a very good dragon. It's one of the more preferable dragons you want. It gives you an extra 10% damage to towers. Leona's a little caught out here, chooses to engage, gets a good ult, however, Braum manages to block most of it out. Unfortunately for Leona, that means she's very low and she's in her entire combo. Malzahar gets his blue buff.
I'll be right back.
Racking out some significant damage at the moment. Rennington might consider diving at the moment. They have some pretty aggressive lanes at the moment. And Syndra. Yeah. Go back 15 seconds. Oh, sorry about that. So, he's got a ward, gets the W, absolutely annihilates, and ticks out.
I'm back.
Welcome. She's going quite well at the moment. She's sitting at 90, and she's a killer. Ezreal is also keeping up fairly well with 103 farm. He is 100% going blue build. He's got most of the pieces at the moment. Leona has got a sight stone as well, but she's currently pretty low at the moment. It is a little blue-sided, however this game still remains to be a fairly even game, with not many kills. It's very safe. So, we have a game quite strong. Leona also a lot of damage coming out from Ezreal. Though Ezreal does die, Leona might not be able to finish the kill due to the stun, and the double kill falls to Severe.
Cool. Just checking we're at the same time, Oscar. I'm at 16 minutes now.
I'll jump to live.
And we have a flash engaged from Gragas in top lane, but Renekton manages to flash to get out there.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm back to live now, so 16:08.
Yep, cool. Just double checking. And here we have Malzahar doing quite a high amount of damage to Syndra in mid lane, but not quite managing to finish her off. Sorry, just catching up with everything. We still seem to have a very strong lead for the blue team here. 4k or 3k deficit.
We're waiting for while Malzahar's ripping into the tower. Let's talk about the future. So at the moment, blue team has very minimal vision. They only really have Rek'Sai.
Indeed.
Blue team only really has the 3 wards. They have 1, 2, 3, which gives them a decent amount of vision for the river. Red team, on the other hand, has even less vision, mainly going for the defensive wards, which means they can't really push outside of their own base.
And even less vision now.
Yes.
Oh, and there's the kill on Malzahar from Syndra using her ult to very efficient damage there.
I think we have an engagement bot. Syndra uses her ult to engage. It looks like Gragas is Braum is going to pay the price. No, he's lucky he won't get out. No, Ezreal goes with the EQ. Teleport was cancelled as well.
Yes,
A
indeed.
lot of stamina spells and ult was burnt. However, it definitely fell to red team's favour. Dragon is spawning in another 2 minutes. The dragon is going to be a water dragon?
Yes, that is a Ocean Drake. And here we have Gragas going with the engage there, and Sivir goes down to the Ezreal. Very nice engage over the wall from Ezreal, making use of his E to quite efficiency. But we'll notice that Syndra was able to get the bonus gold for taking first tower there, so they traded a kill on the AD carry for a tower.
And it should be noted that Severe probably overstayed in that case. Severe was already very low and had minimal mana. She fought with Rek'Sai engaged.
Oh, and there is a flash engage from Rek'Sai with Syndra coming in to clean up from the looks of things.
One kill
Oh!
Leona's also very low at the moment, so she might not be able out. Stun coming out, ult coming out, Ignite.
And the double kill to Syndra. And there we can see how strong a champion Syndra actually is when she starts to hit off in the way that she's doing within this game. Having already secured herself 4 kills and 143 farms, she is pulling very ahead of Malzahar and causing quite a bit of grief for the red team.
See what item she finishes. She just upgraded her boots. She's bought a needlessly large rod and an Aether Wisp as well. Just as I was saying earlier, now that we seem to have gotten past the dry part of the game, so I don't have as much time for analysis. Severe was very low on mana as well, so she probably made the mistake of trying to help Rek'Sai. With the Ultra Gragas is still fairly innately tanky even early in the game. She definitely paid the price for that.
And we'll look here, it seems to be that blue team's getting off some nice damage on the bottom tower and getting Severe a very large amount of farm as well.
Gragas, they know Gragas is there. They still have the ward there, so they're just going to back out. That leaves their bottom tower on half HP. Red team looking to start off, maybe just prepare the next dragon. Looks like they're just getting ready to prepare. Red team being offensive. The Rift Herald is just returned. Rek'Sai has gunned up to top lane. It looks like they're looking to pressure the top tower. It's also on half HP. They may want to secure this with the 3 of them there. Coming with a choice. If trying to move too close to Syndra, I can guarantee that Syndra will evaporate the ult up. So they just secured the tower, and they will be looking to disengage now. If we swap over to the bottom lane, the tower's being pushed, however it's on most of its HP. And Syndra is very good at due to her healing. They'll be getting, it's only going to get harder.
There's the Gragas engage, but he does not seem to have. And there's a turnaround for Blue. Very nice turnaround on Gragas' engage there, and now they're going to rotate from that easy first dragon yet again. Blue is coming off a lot stronger this game, playing more aggressive. They seem to be in more picks that they are a lot more familiar with.
They also 100% executing the strategy at the start of the game. And I said the problem with the run and gun comp is that they have to be able to execute it. However, there doesn't seem to be a problem at all. They are pushing bottom tower at the moment. They have 3 people. However, Counterpart does make good wave clear, and so does Ezreal. Trundle's pushing the top tower. Whether or not he'll be able to get it is debatable. He's rotating up at the moment.
It's going to be a very close call.
He should be able to get it.
Yes, there goes that top tower. And now we're going to be seeing a fight between Renekton and Trundle maybe, although Renekton doesn't seem to be wanting to engage in this fight as he is without his ult, which he used in the TP down in bot lane.
Right, so even though they lost 2 to 3 plays just then, they did get... I've never seen Arcade Ezreal's backing.
It is a very nice backing animation.
Very nice. They did manage to secure the top tower. This means game is kind of even without it being even. The goal differential between blue and red team is still fairly high at the moment. It's a 7,000 gold difference, so it's still very much in blue's favor. However, red is still farming fairly well. Malzahar has caught up farming to Syndra, but Syndra is 4 kills ahead. So blue team is definitely winning, but red team has a very good team fight comp, and if they manage to successfully pull it off, they might be able to.
You will notice that Sivir made good use of a spell shield then to completely block all the damage from Ezreal's ult.
Blue team rotating mid are looking to target the blue buff, which currently isn't there, unfortunately for them. Though they could be possibly looking to rotate around now that Ezreal and Fiona are caught off. This looks like a pretty textbook crunch. They know they're there now with the red ward.
Ezreal getting out there with his E. Oh, the flash engage yet again from the Rek'Sai, looking to efficiently destroy Ezreal.
Coming in, but they choose to destroy the tower instead of
and Leona running for her life here, hoping to get away. Whether she will remains to be seen. And there she goes. It's looking like a very sufficient lead for blue team here. They've nearly got that 10k gold deficit, which is usually seen as meaning your team is definitely going to win. Oh, and there's the ult engage from the Malzahar, and Syndra goes down, but now Malzahar seems a little caught out. The flash gets him out of there, and him and Gragas seem to be able to hold that tower sufficiently. It was a nice pick from Malzahar there, taking out the main damage that is the issue for the red team at the moment, whilst Trundle is farming up and split pushing in top.
Unfortunately, the bounty that he got 300 gold, which is still a significant amount, but considering she's 4 kills up at the moment, still isn't the best. Did you know that's exactly what you want to do with Malzahar? You kind of want to wait to catch someone. It's very well executed considering they're behind. That's the kind of pick they need to make. Looks like Rek'Sai will be getting out of that. Renekton just farming at the moment. And again, probably just to stabilize a little now.
Yes, indeed.
As for items, Braum has finished facing Leona, so the supports are pretty close to each other at the moment. As for the mid lane, we've got Atia, Iceborne, and Cutlass done by Ez, plus Tina, which is stepping up, nearly fully stacked actually, sitting on 600. 750, where Sophia has finished her Essence Reaver and her Phantom Dancer, so she's slightly ahead than Ezreal, but that's to be expected because blue Ezreal is quite a slow build up, it's considered to the standard AD carry scaling for Sophia. Then junglers are going well, both from Dead Man's Plate once again, both similar. I'll come out exactly talking about.
And it looks like Leona's if we'll take note here, no one on the red team actually has any magic resist items, which makes it fairly easy for Syndra to do what she just did, which is just absolutely blow up their tanks. Although Leona has just finished Mercury Treads after getting destroyed, they're probably feeling a little panicked. Hard to say.
Notice that Reddington is pushing out and Trundle does not have engage coming out.
But Rek'Sai is there, so now the red team is now once again outnumbered in bot lane, and looks like Trundle is closing into the Renekton, who was able to get quite a high amount of damage on that mid tower thanks to using his ult. And now Trundle seems to have the tables turned on him. But using his ult to get away. And in bot lane we have the engage from the Malzahar and the Gragas. Very risky move there from Sivir, probably a little too risky. As you can see, Malzahar picked up a second kill, even though Sivir was able to kill the Gragas. It seems to have worked more in red team's favor.
We have red team rotating. There's a nice long extended team fight. However, blue team still has their tower there, so they should be able to disengage perfectly fine.
We will take note that while this team fight is going on down in the bottom half of the map, red team's top wave is pushing against blue team, which is not working in their favor there. Trundle seeming to be caught out. Oh, and there's that lack of magic resist once again.
Maybe we need to secure the dragon at the moment.
Ocean Drake. Yes. And ooh, very risky play here from Ezreal. If he gets caught out by that Syndra, he won't.
Flash there.
And a very nice ult from Leona to save her AD carry's life.
Yes, if that ult didn't come out, no doubt they would have died, because she definitely still has enough damage without ult to make sure that Ezreal would have died.
Indeed. And we'll notice that's the second dragon going to the blue team. Or to Jonathan's team if you're going by the Battlefire team colours. Sorry. And the chat's very quiet. Everyone seems to be just focusing on watching the game right now. No one wants to do any shoutouts.
It's fine.
It's fine for us. Nice and calm. You can see there's roughly a 7k goal deficit between the two teams, with blue team pulling far ahead.
Red team has definitely caught a couple of good mountains. However, they really need to start securing more objectives such as dragons, such as towers, if they want to match up. However, yes, they're 2 towers behind and they're 1 dragon. They still have 8 dragons.
And it could be said that the dragon they have is more important, as they have the mountain drake, which gives them greater pushing capability, whereas the blue team only has 2 ocean drakes, which gives them mana regen and health regen, but it depends on your point of view whether you what preference you
It is
go
very
for.
good for Syndra and Sivir, they have fairly explosive abilities that they use. However, all it means is that they can stay in the or both ults on the red team missing. Severe pops are ult engage. Malzahar is separated from the rest.
Yes, flashes out, and there goes his passive, so now he doesn't have as much of a defensive capability. Trundle coming over to join in this team fight. We'll notice that this mid tower for red team is very low, so it may not be the best fight for them.
Trundle's waiting for them. Blue team looks like they're might back. They are getting a little low, but just remember they do have that insane passive.
Indeed, as you can see, they're already back to full health, nearly, and full mana.
Syndra also just went around the side, but how they got good warding, so they can get there. Dragon camp. Oh, I'm not willing to turn off the battle overlay yet, because I feel like we're going to burst out. They were rotating top lane, but that race lane is starting to push quite strongly, so Reddington will be sent to deal with that. So fortunately, red team does get to keep its middle tower for now, despite it being on under 500 HP. Item 1. The farming deficits have kind of closed with the exception of Severe versus Israel, who has an extra 20 CS, but and has more CS than Trundle. However, most of the gold deficit seems to be stemming from kill.
As we have the two mid laners. Oh, and a nice amount of damage on Leona there from the Syndra. Throwing a stun out just to throw in a bit of poke. We have all members of both teams there in top lane. Syndra keeping off to the side so that if Leona does engage, she's not caught in, so that all of their damage isn't taken out in one move.
Those people who aren't familiar with the battle of Legion, far down the bottom are the relative health of everyone. Though it looks like we are going to disengage from this. Red team seems to have managed to put up a fairly good bastion. However, blue team is just going to rotate and get the tower, which is now on 110 HP. Someone could literally breathe on it and fall. However, blue team
they really want to hold on to this mid tower, but there it goes. There's Syndra, and that was a flash from Gragas to disengage
no, flash from Ezreal.
From Ezreal,
No, sorry, Syndra threw out part of the combo. Braum went to engage, so he just immediately flashes to get out. Blue team
and as
around next to the tower, Ezreal is not making a deal with that. Unfortunately, this is 5 versus 4. Syndra has a very fantastic.
oh, and we'll notice red teaming forcing the engage here, although it seems to have turned around, and it thanks to the amount of stuns that blue team has. That's a double kill from the Syndra. Malzahar. Syndra is still a bit of an issue. Oh, overextending herself just a little there. Leona getting out on a little bit of health. Oh! Clean up here, they're all fairly low. Oh, and there's the stun from Syndra. Getting out on 20 HP and turning that fight around for blue team so they're able to get the tower. Very close fight there. Ezreal unlucky to be able to turn it around, but there was just too much CC for even the E to deal with.
He also aggressively when he probably should have held on to that as an escape. As soon as the wave came out, he was
completely and utterly open to every bit of poke that blue team threw at him.
Yeah.
And we'll notice that the next dragon is another Ocean Drake, so we could see the full Ocean Drake passive proc for the blue team, which will work fairly well in favor of Syndra, meaning that if she's not in a fight, she can regenerate her mana within seconds.
12% of your maximum mana when you're out of combat. Remembering that with Morello's on, every time she gets kills and assists, it restores their mana as well. So it's already synergizing very, very well for her. So now that they can have a mini fight, back out, go back in, and they'll all be very close, if not full of HP and mana, whereas red team has to go back to their base.
Oh, there's the engage from Gragas, but Severe uses her spell shield to easily walk away. And there's that third Ocean Drake, easily getting taken. They don't even bring their damage champions to this fight, but rather using them. Oh, they're getting caught out by the Malzahar ult there.
Unfortunate that we missed that while we're keeping an eye on the dragon. So even though Severe has fallen, she still gets the benefit of having 3 Ocean Drakes. So even though that is a shift of gold, there wasn't even a bounty associated with that, unfortunately. So even though she's out for 25 seconds, she still gets the benefit of having 12% missing HP outside of combat, which is still fairly significant. In most cases, I would say would be fairly worthwhile, even if it is unfortunate that they chose to use the AD carry as bait. While we're a little slow down at the moment, we'll talk about vision. As you can see, blue team has some fairly significant vision, especially on the bottom side of the map, which was probably used to set up for Dragon. And then they also have some river, so anything on their side of the map they can be fairly confident about seeing. Compare that to red. Red team has physical vision and not structured vision either, so the vision is just put at different points, which has some benefits but doesn't have a lot of benefits. If you have closer nestled wards, like so you can see on the blue side here, sorry that ward just died, so that kind of defeats the purpose. Let's get back to that.
Red team coming in to contest it though. Trundle making a very brave engage. Oh, and the steal of the Baron from the Gragas, but Ezreal seems to be caught out and has paid the price for going in with Gragas to steal that Baron. And there comes the Sivir ult. Blue team looking to punish Red team for losing the Baron to them. And Malzahar managing to kill Sivir, and then Gragas coming to help him to take out the Renekton, so Leona went down to the other damages of the blue team, whilst Red team is able to retain at least 3 Baron buffs.
Another engagement.
And that is a very low Syndra. Going down to the Trundle, we have a very good engage. Braum looking like he's going to be the next to go. Oh, and the flash. And here is where the lack of objective control from Red team becomes apparent, as they have so many more towers which they have to push through, whereas blue team, if they'd gone that Baron, would have been able to go straight and inhibit the turrets.
However, Trundle is amazing at pushing towers, and especially with the increase of Baron buff as well. They'll push through and kind of equalize the wipe out.
Yes.
These 2 towers they can push. Bottom lane is push towers. So even though that they lost 2 heroes from that engage, they still netted the significant gold bonus of killing Baron. They get the Baron buff as well, which is always worth, in terms of net value, always worth quite a lot of money. They also netted a few different bounties, so like Trundle got Citizen Bounty for example. So this has put them in a much better position than they had. So
yes, it just changed the gold deficit from 10k to 6k, which is a very significant change in a game such as this.
That's 4,000 gold. So you can see Leona just finished her Rando in an Aegis. Off that, Ezreal finished his Blade of the Rune King, Last Whisper, as well as Muramana. Gragas has got the Spirit Visage finally. Trundle has got his Black Cleaver. All going very well. Apparently we're going for some ward clearing on the side of the blue team. Malzahar is top at the moment, so red team needs to be very careful about a possible engage here, because they only have some of their team here.
And not all of their damage.
Yes, Malzahar is a significant damage dealer, so they don't want to support out here. So,
oh, and there is the engage from the blue team, only managing to catch the Trundle out with the Bromo ult though, as red team was prepared for it.
Very good disengage by Leona as well, as she ults to make sure they can't catch up. Renekton is using his teleport to go top. Malzahar
and with the Baron buff, they're allowing him to do quite a high amount of damage to that tower with those 2 cannon minions. And there is the ult from Renekton from Malzahar, chunking down that Renekton, although Renekton has ulted in return, making the fight a lot closer than it first seemed.
However, it's most likely that with the Baron buff, they will be able to secure their tower, especially because they're the down here. Malzahar is looking to return, however, and it looks like the red team is seeking to disengage. So this tower is on 500 HP, and bottom tower wasn't really hit that much. You can give a really good demonstration here of the Ocean Drake passive, because Renekton, even though he already has built-in health, sustain, has already recovered off the fight squad. Most have fully recovered as well, which just shows how strong 12% maximum HP and mana regeneration is. So
it also helps that Renekton has a Spirit Visage and a Ravenous Hydra, giving him lifesteal and even more increased health regeneration to prop with that passive. And this game is a classic point to make of how you can never call a game too early, as one would have said a few minutes ago that the blue team had this game in the bag. It seems to be turning in red team's favor. very slowly
The
but surely.
gold is definitely slowly shifting as well. There's current 5,000 gold deficit.
Indeed.
So it really went from 10,000 to 6,000 to 5,000.
I will not.
Most of her abilities, which means that she's reached Transcendence. Dragon is live. We have the Elder Dragon. For those who are unaware, the Elder Dragon effectively doubles or amplifies the effects of the two enemies. Now, if they kill Elder Dragon, they only get the Mountain Drain plus 20% damage. But if blue team gets it, they get the plus 24% missing HP regeneration, which is immense. However, either of these items that might just be avoided. We have a little bit of a brawl up top lane at the moment where Ren is dealing a lot of
And is unable to hold that inhibitor turret against the push of 4 people. And the inhibitor.
Just for most likely to disengage. Trundle does a little bit of a juke there, however, it looks like they'll just be rotating to the top tower.
Although red team is
bot tower, going for a bit
and
of
just
a ramp,
continuing to hard push.
looking
Looks
to
like
fill
the
up.
red team is looking to hold out the blue team up in their base with them, although it may not be the best plan here as they've just lost another inhibitor turret. Whilst they have no damage to combat the blue team, they've only got tanks to attempt to fight them, and it seems to be turning in blue team's favour. And there goes Leona, and another inhibitor.
However, red team was
Now, indeed. Oh no, Gragas gets out, Ezreal coming back, but he does not have the damage to secure a kill. Malzahar making his way back. And there goes the Sivir. Red team holding on by the skin of their teeth here, seeming to have made the wrong decision in trying to do that hard push trade in bot lane, as rather than trading an inhib for an inhib, they have lost 2 inhibitors to the one that they managed to take, as well as both of their Nexus turrets.
making it very difficult to secure objectives for them. So definitely 100% full team top. This has really put the tower difference. Remember that at one point there was 1 to 5, this was 69, 3 towers behind. Goal. Still about 6k, not quite over yet, still under that 10k margin, but they have pulled it back from 10k before. However, Baron is live, Elder Dragon is live, whoever secures these two will probably be able to finish the game. But since there's no towers to actually help, red team good wards, however, both in around Baron. Blue team has no wards whatsoever at this current time, so they're playing quite blind, but once again, as I mentioned, they are in a better position than Ezreal nearly getting evaporated, however, managing to E away, no doubt why they couldn't do stuff.
Looks like blue team is going to go for that final push to end the game here. They probably wouldn't even have to finish all of the red team off here to win this game.
Be a popping ult just to disengage by the looks of it. Rotating the bottom lane to push that tower. Now, they do have the banner of the game. If they get the fight, it's going to be almost impossible to break. very little choice in being able to have to go back to defense. They have to defend this from the tower. It's a very rough decision because they have to defend very carefully. That game will mess up the
Notice that Ezreal and Trundle are struggling to push out those super minions at their Nexus without the help of the Nexus turrets. Even with Azizi out there.
well,
Ezreal can...
Go on.
I was just going to say, even Ezreal, who's the AD carry, is struggling against those super minions, which may even be able to kill him right now.
A good decision on their part. One of the reasons why isn't very good at clearing down, hoping fast amount of damage. Blue team now Elder Dragon. Buff. Burn. Mid inhibitor, it will just Ezreal does have the Guardian Angel. They were considering rotating up. That was just about
And here is the final team part of the game. Looking like, although red team dealing a high amount of damage there. Malzahar absolutely shredding through the blue team. Oh, that's the triple kill. Oh, and Ezreal taking away the quadra.
Red team
Syndra being the only one getting out on the team.
Although Gragas is chasing rather hard, maybe a little too ambitiously, forgetting how much damage that Syndra can have.
So very, very good team. Jesse, if you do excuse me, I'm going to jump back and rewatch.
That's alright. I will keep an eye on the game.
Yeah, let me know if something happens. So, let's just give it a quick watch
Ooh.
here.
Red team going for a quick Baron here, whilst the majority of the blue team is dead.
So, they're considering,
They'll have to be careful as they do have super minions pushing in on their Nexus, so they're going to have to take this Baron as fast as possible. And red team, blue team is now nearly all up again, so we'll see how fast the red team can take this Baron away from them.
Yeah, I'm actually live. Don't worry,
That's
it'll be on the highlight. You might even have a take the dark sky analysis. But
Is that no? Please. Oh. Anyway. Oh, and Ezreal throwing an ult down bot lane for I'm not sure what reason. We can notice that Sivir has now bought herself a Guardian Angel in the hopes of being able to come back in this fight.
And Leona managed to get an ult down on a vast amount of targets. So when Ezreal ulted over them and then did his general AoE, as I said at the start of the game, all they need to do is get this nice team fight off, and they'll be able to beat a team pick comp, because team comp trumps pick comp unless the pick comp gets picked first. So if they're very heavily behind, they were able to bring that back. It should be noted that it is now only a 4K difference at the moment. They've put it.
Here we have an engage in mid lane from that pick bomb going in on the Ezreal, although he has also bought a Guardian Angel, and Malzahar closing in from the side, shutting that Syndra down, so there goes half the blue team's down straight up, using his ult on Renekton, and we'll see the pick on Renekton there. He's gone down too. That's 2 double kills in a matter of seconds to the red team, with Trundle pushing in hard on top lane. Leon following up through an engage, delaying the blue team even more so they can't get back to defend that inhibitor. What a beautiful reversal there from the red team, turning the pick comp against the blue team. And there goes the top turret, going down to that massive minion wave and inhibitor and the Trundle. And the Sivir, looking to pop that Sivir's GA. And we can see the amount of damage that Baron Buff and Trundle together can do to a tower out here. as that Nexus turret barely lasted. Rek'Sai going. Ooh, there goes the GA. And is this the turnaround? And red team is going hard at that Nexus, not even bothering to fight the enemy team, going straight for the win.
GG, well played. Congratulations to red team for the turnaround.
What a beautiful turnaround. Even after losing 2 inhibitors and their Nexus turrets, they still managed to pull it back through a nice team comp and team engage. Lovely 50-minute game.
After being about 10,000, 11,000 gold behind, they pull it back, and in the end, they're ahead by 400 gold. What a fantastic performance by our red team. Fantastic performance by the blue team as well. It's definitely the Syndra in the early game. Cannot be denied how well they played. Unfortunately, red team just managed to capitalize on a few good team fights because the pick comp generally loses power as the game goes on, and the team, they just had 2 or 3 good team fights, one after another, and they managed to solidify that win. So this one will go to the red team. Thank you very much. I hope that has been just as exciting as it is for us.
And looks like we'll be able to get the next game underway within the next 10 minutes or so, as both games have finished. But that was a spectacular game to watch. 50 minutes and so close on both sides.
We will, while we wait for the next game, which will be in about 10 minutes or so, we'll do a quick interview with the winner of that team and just get their general opinions or so.
So you want me to go grab Damo?
Yes, please.
Alright, I'll be back in a sec.
Hello? I should put up the LoL client on the screen so you can see. There you go. Yeah, just see some stats while we wait on Jesse. Once it loads. So interestingly... Oh, this doesn't give me the fun stats.
We've got one in casual game room 1.
Okay, we will jump over there and let's go ahead with the interview.
Oh. And you can't tell me that game was good.
That was a very
one of the worst
enjoyable
games
game
I've
to
ever
watch.
seen.
Hey, it doesn't matter. We got the job done.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
He's
That
got
was
a point
definitely a crazy game.
Yeah,
I know, eh?
back and forth.
I know, eh?
Very good game to watch.
Well,
So how do you feel your team...
You go, question.
I was going to say, how did you feel your team played, considering you were behind for such a very high amount of that game, but did manage to turn it back?
Wait, we were behind.
Yeah, you were behind at one point around 20-30 minute break. You were behind 11,000 gold. So you weren't just behind. You were like in most games, from a stats point of view, in League of Legends professional games, most games which are 10k or more, that it's done. Like it's over. Yet you pull that back, and in the end, you were ahead by just under 1,000 gold.
I'll give you a video of our strats. This is our strats.
We can't show videos.
Oh, you can.
Is it just the magic spinner?
It's the magic spinner from Monte Cristo.
Okay. Well,
this is our strat, Will.
So I'm gonna say that you went for the split push with solo AD carry strat at one point, and the win the win one game to give fans false hope.
Yes.
I did know. What was your logic between doing the Malzahar and Ezreal push down bottom lane while you had the entire enemy team pushing mid and top lane? So even though you did get that inhibitor, they did get 2 inhibitors plus 2 Nexus towers. Was that just a bad shot call, or was there a strategy behind it, or did you just spin the wheel on that one? And it's like
We spun the wheel,
Yeah,
and we went so pick Vayne, go behind early, wait till 50 minutes, then win. That's pretty much what we did, but we didn't pick Vayne, we picked Trundle instead.
I was gonna say the Malzahar was the key turner, But the Trundle's tower destroying efficiency really helped you guys in the end there with that Baron buff. You were able to just melt through that top lane tower at
That
the
was-
end.
It was all part of our plan, not really. I'm on about. We should have lost like 5 times there, but yeah, we just keep them coming back like cockroaches.
Yeah,
Well, that's one
apparently
way
you
of
just
putting it,
got-
I guess.
We are pretty much the unkillable cockroaches for that game.
Yeah.
It's alright, I went shit top lane anyways. Me.
Well, I mean, you turned around at the end to melt the towers as Trundle.
Yeah, we were discussing about that, especially in that last team fight. You were just pushing lane with that massive wave of minions, and then like the tower just evaporated in like a moment, just hammering down, and you're just like crunch, 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 gone next, crunch, 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 gone next, and then we were a little impressed that you went straight for the Nexus, because the death timings weren't too low, but it definitely worked out in your favor. Even though you had a couple of Guardian Angels to deal with. It was very well executed, and it was a ripper of a game to watch, I have to admit.
It wasn't bad, like, to play as well, I gotta be honest.
Yeah. Would have been very exciting game to play.
Like, I was like, oh shit, I'm behind. I got countered top with a Rex. I got countered top with a... Because I got countered top Rex, I countered Rek'Nak then. Mid lane got countered with Syndra, which wasn't good. And the early deaths didn't really help our team so much, helped their team so much. But yeah, I don't understand. We just outsmited. Dragons were technically thieves. That's a nice way of saying it.
Also, that Baron steal as well, we were watching it, and when we were casting, we're like, blue team's in the bag, no way they can steal it, and then suddenly Gragas appears and it's like, smite, thanks, see you later, and we were like, oh.
Can we name him Cyanide? Because he just stole.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that was a
100%
very good
was
steal,
Cyanide.
actually.
He's now called Cyanide.
forever known as Cyanide.
Yep.
Fair enough. Well, we're probably going to start to kick off the next game soon. So thank you for participating in the Rumble Tournament, of course, and thank you for coming for the interview. We wish you the best of luck for your next game.
Yep.
Oh wait, we're versing team one tap GG. Oh shit. Oh,
Yeah,
how
you're
happy
up
am I gonna
against.
be?
You're
I'm gonna
up
have some
against
slugfest.
top team.
It's alright.
That's a bit
Top
of a
lane.
grudge match there, isn't it?
It's alright. Top lane slugfest. It's gonna be great.
Yep. Good luck. Have fun.
No worries. I'll try to.
All right. Catch you there, man.
Don't worry. I'm gonna be boosting.
Hello. Sam's already invited me. I'm just inviting you to the game.
Okay.
Why can't I invite you? He's not letting me invite you. Oh, there we go. I can now invite you. Cool. I will invite Professor. Well, I just realized we've spectated all of the purple team's games tonight. Like, literally, they've just been in every bracket we've spectated. And I guess that... Oh, wait. No, the other guys haven't had the same team for every bracket. Theirs have always mixed up, but we've always ended up with one team the same. Are we live still? Hello?
Yes, we're still live.
Yeah, I like living live. CLG throw till 20.
Right, just while we wait for the next time, there's going to be a brief intermission just so we can both get some drinks. So we will talk to you guys in a couple of minutes. Thank you for watching so far. Had a variety of different viewers. I hope the shoutcasting has been at least somewhat decent. I hope the gameplay has been fantastic, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Hello and welcome back to the last game of the night for the UOWLoL Rumble Tournament, and we're straight into bans.
Yeah, no time for introduction here, kids. We're going straight into the game.
Yep, here we go. Oh,
Syndra
So-
banned straight up. Syndra has been a very successful champion in this
For
game so
the-
far.
red team, they played it. We will note that the blue team did finish their game a lot earlier than the red team did previously in the previous game, so they were able to have a look at the stream and see what sort of picks they had.
Yes, they get that slight advantage. That's probably why we're seeing Syndra and Braum. Syndra and Braum were executed very well in this current moment.
And we're seeing the LeBlanc ban. That's a respect ban of LeBlanc, as that's one of his favourite champions, although I don't know if it's a giveaway from his summoner name. And the Rek'Sai ban, so that's taken out 3 of the main picks for the red team that we've seen tonight. So it'll be interesting to see what they will play for this game.
And then on the red team bans, LeBlanc, Darius, and Yasuo are pretty standard bans, as you would have noticed throughout the games. However, Jinx has gotten through, and Jinx will no doubt be locked in for the red team, and Lissandra is a very good pick due to her immense lockdown.
Indeed.
Oh, the hesitation
Oh.
over Teemo. Now this happened last game and Teemo wasn't picked, so I don't even feel you guys with false hope or anything. No. Oh.
Hope? Oh, and Urgot. Oh, that's even. I don't know how I feel. Timo and Urgot
I
both.
honestly don't know which one's worse. I hope they pick both personally.
Oh, Warwick.
Warwick?
They're just
Absolute
cycling
no-go.
through champions that disgust me ever so slightly. Oh, there's the Talia. Talia is actually quite strong on pick at the moment, as she does output a lot of that. Oh, Shaco.
Ramus.
Yes, they're just toying with our hearts right now. We haven't even seen a pick from Too Sweet to Swallow. Oh, there's the Malzahar.
And the Fiora as well. Fiora has received a few nerfs. However,
But she's still a fairly strong
very
champion.
strong against executed. As you would have seen in the last game, Malzahar, even though it takes more time to ramp up, is still an immensely strong pick. A very good pick by the blue team.
And we'll take note that Too Sweet to Swallow, Malzahar is one of her main champions, so you can expect her to know what she's doing, presumably. And hopefully she doesn't listen to that, because that is actually our lovely ULOL president, Sam, playing there. And hi, Sam. Oh, and there's the Pantheon pick, so we can see why he was banned last game. It was actually a respect ban. You were right, Oscar.
Yeah, nailed it.
And there's the Zac pick, which we saw. He was banned in the first game that Red Team had, so that may have been a respect ban. Although they have been favouring Rek'Sai.
Could easily just be his backup jungler as Zac. They do have some similar good lockdown, good CC,
Good.
so on.
Fast engage qualities, and so on.
Now, Alistar is disengaged on the blue team at the moment. At the moment, I'd say that this is very, very, very much a heavy pick. Though they do run
Mumu and Tarek. Oh,
entirely. This is now a more
very
dedicated team
tanky
fight comp,
lockdown team fight comp.
where try to go for as much damage as possible, which is good against Jinx and Pantheon. However, I've picked 1 out of 2 games, in, so I'm going to put. I feel that Red Team still has a better lockdown comp than Blue Team does. Blue Team very much relies on good clustering together with the Mumu ult, because of the Tarek ult, because of the Fiora ult, because of the Malzahar ult, but Red Team is all about capitalizing on clustered together groups. Alistar, Zac, Pantheon, Jinx, Lissandra. I feel like their team comp is just a little better than Blue Team's, but if Blue Team manages to execute enough team fights well, just like how Red Team did last game, it'll be in the bag. Like it won't be a single problem for them. However, my analysis would suggest that Red Team would win.
Indeed. Although, as you have said, you've picked 1 out of 2 games, whereas I think I've picked 2 out of 2. I can't remember. I think I did pick the Malzahar comp to win, just because I said Malzahar was a disgustingly strong champion, which proved to be so once he got to that late game, as as we both saw, once the game extends out for that long, Malzahar comes into play as an extremely strong champion, dealing out a lot of damage even through high MR, such as the Renekton had.
So we've got about 2 minutes before we kick in.
Be interested to
do we have
see
any more analysis?
Well, Pantheon can be a counter Fiora, but if the Fiora, it tends to be more lead into more of a skill matchup between the champions, as Pantheon does output a lot of damage with his stun and his Q, leaving Fiora a lot of options for what she's actually going to attempt to block with her riposte. It also comes down to... Oh, sorry, I don't play Fiora.
Speak French?
I don't... Why would I speak? Leave me alone.
Hold on. I'm gonna play it through the channel and see how it's said.
Riposte.
I take it back. You were right. It's riposte.
That's the sound, ladies and gentlemen. Is the sound of me being right. Oh, I have a message.
Don't read that one out loud, please.
Was it from you?
Yeah. So we've got a minute before we come in.
We could talk about how Tarek is different in case anyone hasn't seen him since last season. He has changed dramatically this season.
Tarek does have a little bit of a different kit now. I've got it up on the stream. So his Q now is a AoE heal, right? See? His W allows him to connect to someone, which passively increases the armor of Tarek and any allied champion. Any spell that is cast through Bastion is cast as well. So if I connect to Jesse and I cast Dazzle, then we both cast Dazzle as well, which is immensely strong.
And it's such a fabulous name for
Dazzle.
Cosmic Radiance.
Yeah, is his AoE line stun. Anyone who gets hit by that will get stunned in a line. This comes out.
Oh,
that's
here we go.
The game kicking in.
Yeah.
This comes out of the Bastion person as well. And then finally the oldest Cosmic Radiance, right? Is an AoE ult. Comes out Bastion as well. There's just more delay. And when it reaches the... I'm sure you'll see it at some point in the game. When I have to explain it to you because it's not on the screen anymore. When the gold dot of invulnerability reaches the bottom, anyone within the AoE is invulnerable to all damage for a few seconds.
And whoever he is linked by Bastion to as well. So you can get your entire team from different points on the map as long as that Bastion link is in place.
Yes. Which is a fairly significant. So if you excuse me, we'll swap over to the game. I'll just bring it up now.
Their Tarek is a summoner after my own heart, using the one true Tarek skin there, Armor of the 5th Age Tarek. And we'll take note of the other skins. Too sweet to swallow, bring out the Jin Malzahar, maybe a little jest at the red team, seeing as that's the exact same skin played on Malzahar from the previous game. But we'll never know.
Personally, one of my favourite Jinx skins is in this one, Firecracker Jinx. This is very well designed. Slayer Pantheon, Golden Alistair. Royal Guard Fiora is a skin that you don't see very often. It's a very old skin.
No.
I have it, personally.
They have just reworked the splash art, though.
Yes, that's correct. That was just released on this patch, actually. Both Night Raven Fiora and Royal Guard Fiora got updated splashes.
And we'll notice that Too Sweet to Swallow is definitely familiar with Malzahar. She has the 7th mastery there, which means you have to consistently get S's or higher to gain that mastery. So it'll be interesting to see how the matchup between Malzahar and Lissandra plays out, as Lissandra can... Is she able to ult through Malzahar's ult at all, or is once it hits, she's just...
But there is a delay with casting, so if she casts it on herself, say, as he ults...
Yeah, as it's about to hit her, it will block it. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see who has the better reaction times there in mid lane.
Well, yeah, it'll be a skill matchup right there.
Yes, indeed.
Right, coming into the game now.
Look at Tarek gliding around,
Much
sorry.
like a fine gem.
Oh, and showing off some of those... just appreciate it. Sorry, the people watching, I can't help myself.
I mean,
It's one of my
I'm
favorites.
zoomed in on this.
It's one of my favorite skins in the game. We watch Red Team getting very fastly and efficiently out to their jungle points. And we'll notice Then on the blue team, Amumu seems to be starting in the top side jungle, which is different to how we've seen every other jungle play out this game so far. And oh, we did have a DC on the blue team though. But he has reconnected, so I assume there has been no pausing, as I have not had a message from either team captain. Red team very aggressively placed in their jungle, 4 of them being placed in the river in case any of blue team comes to ward, maybe looking to get an early pick.
Minions have spawned.
Right.
Thoughts? Indeed, we see Amumu starting at his Gromp.
Red team is having the much more standard start, however, they'll just be standing at Gromp. Usually blue team, in case you've forgotten, usually blue team will start down here
At their Krugs.
However, they're starting it. This is pretty common though, because Amumu does, he's a little more mana dependent over red buff dependent.
Yes. And the game's underway. Well, we can assume that the red team is now aware that Amumu started topside, as Pantheon has already pinged that Fiora was late to lane, and they do have a buff on the blue team's ward on the blue team's red buff, sorry, so they will know that Amumu is not there at his usual time. Some scrapping going down in bot lane there, with Jinx getting off a very nice amount of poke onto Lucian, and getting away with little to no damage put down on her. And we can see how much of an early bruiser Pantheon is if you go to top lane as well, Oscar. It's all going on at once. I know, but he's already put Fiora down past half health.
Interesting to note that when you get that low,
Pantheon does more damage to you
as well. So Fiora is not
with his Q.
Yeah, is not in a good place at the moment.
Also to note that both Pantheon and Fiora have corrupting potions, which gives them a burn passive when activated, so Pantheon has already used one of his charges so that he can get more damage off on Fiora against the healing that her own potion charge would have given her.
Bot lane also is pushed in pretty hard at the moment. The harassment of Jinx is going pretty well in their favour. However, gold differences isn't that significant. Just jumping back to top lane, Jesse.
I was going to say, I can tell you what happened there, as I was a little behind you. Pantheon flash Q ignited Fiora. Fiora barely getting away there, having to flash herself. And she managed to just survive the ignite. So that's 3 summoners down in top lane already.
Jumping to the very quiet pretty low on mana on the first side. The Sun gets the advantage that the passive does allow her to free spell every 18 seconds. However, Malzahar seems to be doing a pretty good job of pushing it back to Lissandra. Though Lissandra can farm pretty safely on the tower. Her only problem is that she's pretty low on mana at the moment.
As we can see here, Pantheon is still outputting a very high amount of damage against this poor Fiora, still only below half health there. As he can easily just poke away with his Q, although that does leave him with little to no mana there, if he consistently keeps it up.
At the moment, as long as he can keep outputting that damage and Fiora can't scale, they'll put them in a very good position for the rest of the... Oh, got the turnaround.
There's a very ambitious engage from Fiora, but as we can see, Pantheon is too mana deficient to get the kill there, whereas if he'd had the mana, he would have been able to W and easily finish her off.
Looks like they're just finishing off the remainder of their corrupting potions, so whatever mana they have now, that's what they have.
A little bit of scrapping going down in bot lane, with red team forcing the blue team in, and we'll notice that Zac may be going for a tower dive here on Fiora, as he can launch himself over that wall. This is a lot more fast-paced game than the previous one we've watched, as there's a lot of action to try and keep a hold of. Here's Zac, looking like he's going to prepare for... Is it his W that launches him?
I think so. No, it is his A.
It is his... I thought it was me. Oh, Fiora engaging on the Pantheon very riskily there. He may not even need Zach's help. And Zach flies in anyway to secure first blood for Pantheon. And we have scrapping down in bot lane as well, with Lucian looking like he's getting the worse off in the trades there with Jinx, but Jinx being very mana deficient as well.
I noticed that a lot of people are using as many spells as possible, which might give them an inside edge, but if they were to get engaged on by, say, the removal, slowly rotating down, they have no it might put them in a more sticky situation if they can't disengage. Though Jinx does have the advantage that Alistair is a very good disengager. But they're going to back off for now, I think. So it's Painfield, so we can look at the different items that are coming out. Farming, despite them being pushed in, has been pretty similar. Jinx is just buying the BF sword for 40 CS. Lucian has 47 CS, so he's actually come out ahead, despite being much lower. Lissandra is also on the opposite side of the fence. Lissandra is thoroughly out-farming Malzahar with 30, but that's being expected because if Malzahar can't get his Malefic Visions down, then he can farm it as well with an entire kit damage, which is very, very good for farming. Then top lane,
We'll notice
is very strong, like very clearly beating out Fiora at the moment. The Pantheon pick was definitely, was he first pick over?
no, Fiora was picked first, and then Pantheon was picked as a counterplay to her.
They're a good
in the hopes that what the red team will need to do is they'll need to close this early, because although Pantheon does counterplay Fiora in the late game, Fiora scales a lot better than Pantheon, who drops off with his damage. So they'll need to end this before, say, the 30-minute mark, when Fiora and Malzahar will start to scale back against them. But we will take note that they do have a very strong hyperscale AD carry in the form of Jinx, which can hopefully keep them in the game if it gets to that point. Mumu heading towards top lane here, looking to give Fiora a hand. Pantheon has no knowledge that Amumu is here, although... Oh, and there's the Fiora ult, and she's had to disengage because Pantheon's just... Oh, and the Ignite tick gets in the death, and Pantheon's flashed, following through, and here comes the W in a few seconds. Looks like we're going to see the death of Amumu as well. Oh!
Just lost vision of him, just for that moment. He might not be able to catch up with him. No.
Oh! Was that a little... I feel like that wasn't loss of vision, that was a slight BM there.
Maybe.
He could have W'd. Oh, and we see an ult down in bot lane from Lucian. Although, very good counterplay there from Lucian, using his E to disengage, although he seems to have overstayed his welcome, because that Jinx is still on a lot more health than him and still outputting a lot more damage. Oh! And there goes Lucian as Sandra rotates down for a very sufficient gank. Oh, and that Jinx is only on 30 HP, playing a little too riskily to get the kill there. Lissandra taking it anyway.
I think it was probably a little unnecessary on Jinx's part. Lissandra had plenty of help, her E was about to pop back up as well. It was safely to secure the kill, but I mean, they still secured the kill. The gold up is up 3,000. It has its advantages. However, I just felt like it could have backfired really easily.
If Tarek had pointed his stun the other way, say, that would have gone very badly for Jinx. We'll notice that the red team is pulling ahead here in this early game, as they do have a very strong early game bruiser comp set up, which may be enough for them to secure a win. Especially if that Pantheon continues on the path that he's on, well ahead in farm and 2 kills and an assist up on the Fiora.
I also did forget the reason why Lissandra's missing count may be a little exaggerated is because of the forward wing.
Indeed. Oh, looking like a gank from Zach here, with Malzahar having no knowledge that he's there. Be interesting to see how this plays out. Oh, look at the damage from the Voidlings on Lissandra there.
Lissandra's gonna have to back out.
And Zach's choosing not to gank now as he doesn't want to fight that Malzahar 1v1.
Lissandra's playing very dangerously.
Well, if Malzahar can get that visions on her, it's just going to be even more dangerous. Good to note that Malzahar does has ult right now, so if Lissandra steps out of line at all, it's going to be the end for her.
Reset a little major. Gold, about 4,000 in Red's favor. Items started coming out. Pantheon definitely going with strong attack damage and armor penetration.
Oh, and we have the double ult in top lane from Pantheon and Zac to absolutely destroy that poor Fiora. And Malzahar turning it around on Lissandra at the same time as she decided to overstay her welcome there.
So 1 for 1 on both sides, however definitely to Red's advantage.
And Red maybe even take it, looking at the damage that Pantheon and Zac can together do and push hard against the tower. Yeah. Doesn't even need the jungler to help him secure the dragon either, which is quite a strong strategy. They'll get the dragon. They'll get blue team. Yes. Very good, Oscar. Oh!
Chooses not to get the tower. They can probably just push it in. Probably more about gold denial at this point.
I think he's looking to get another easy kill on Fiora before he takes that tower.
He left that tower a little too low then. Unless he's really good at resetting the lane.
He's going for it. Yeah. As I said, he was going for another kill on her before the tower goes down. He doesn't have ult though to follow through the... We go down to bot lane?
Yep. Already there.
We can see that Lucian... it's hard to tell. Sorry. Lucian is backing as he is completely mana deficient here, whereas Jinx is still holding on and slowly pulling ahead as she farms a lot more consistently than him.
Is that bad? So we're still farming pretty.
Yes.
But I think the biggest gold deficit here is probably between Fiora and Pantheon. If you swap over to the gold, look, it's a 3,000 gold. Most of the difference between the red and blue team is completely on the line, which is good and bad. It's good because he's an early game hero. So as an early game hero, he'll be able to pressure other lanes. This is bad, however, if they get one kill on him, they'll get the bounty to be able to rotate off that, and also he falls off. So as long as they can keep his gold now above the point of the game that they're at, then it'll be okay. However, it is
Saying this is my blue, get out of Oh, and Zac manages to outsmart the Amumu. The Amumu looking a little caught out against the Zac and the Pantheon here. Oh, and the ult. Managed to get the ignite off, although Zac has used ult to no effect on anyone.
Doesn't quite have enough damage to secure the kill, unfortunately.
Oh, and
and Alistair burns flash to get out.
Malzahar looking to be in a bit of trouble here as he's got a Pantheon on one side and Lissandra on the other. Let's see how he plays it. There's that Lissandra damage.
Coming out. He was between a rock and a hard place, so to speak. He was probably going to die either way, unfortunately.
Very unlucky, Sam.
Red team really accentuating their lead now. And Pantheon has started to rotate around. with after he secures his first blade and his rotate around the map, but make sure his early game advantage doesn't go to waste. That's the last thing. This game is still so 5k difference, 3k being on one person, and they're only one tower up. Unfortunately, Blue they do have a tower in their favor. Cloud Drake out of movement speed, so hopefully they'll be able to combat the rotation from Pantheon a little better. Red team pushing up to the tower. This is not fantastic. Jinx is known for her tower pushing skills, especially now that she's finished her Infinity Edge. You can take a little to gear up, however she will be able to carefully. And by looking at it, I would say that the tower is gone. Both 3 people rotating up.
They will not make it in time.
Especially because Jinx will get excited.
And be able to run around and just clean up that wave and sufficiently disengage.
Right out.
And if we'll take a look at the items for a moment, you notice that Pantheon has finished a Yomu's Ghost Blade, which is a very aggressive first item build, allowing him to have a fast engage and giving armor penetration, which means his Q will have even more damage to the enemy team. Oh, very good parry from Fiora there. We got a scrap going down in bot lane as well. It's 3v2, good flash from Tarek for the disengage. I would say that the blue team's bot laners came out on top of that, although Lissandra is rotating down as well, so it's not going to look good for them as they have no tower to fall back to. Oh! But here comes the Lissandra, and there goes the Lucian. And there goes the Tarek. It's not looking too good for the blue team at this point, as red team seems to be able to melt through most of their champions. And there goes the Fiora from the looks of things, as Pantheon will finish her off once again.
It's an 8k difference now. Unfortunately, Zach couldn't launch after he got silenced. Very much falls in Red's court at the moment. It's still, when you look at the gold, Zach's only a K ahead of a Mumu. Vo, Pantheon's 3.5k ahead of Fiora. The mid lane is very much in Lissandra's favor as well. She's 3k ahead. Jinx is also 1k ahead. See the difference is huge at this point. UOL is going to
Indeed.
The one thing going well for
Thanks to that Malzahar damage to the dragon.
So the second dragon, that was the second Cloud Drake, so that's just more out of combat speed, which will help them rotate.
Yes, and we can see that blue team's going to hopefully try and hold out for the late game, where their team will more than likely scale against red team, and the game will be more in their favor as the damage from red team on Pantheon begins to drop off.
Should be noted that Malzahar did have to burn ult, burn that. Or
He's going to go for it.
or
not.
Team fight about to break out mid, but the tower.
Indeed. There goes another turret down. That's a 4-0 turret difference there, which is very sufficiently in red team's favor.
There's also the 10 team as well. Pantheon's backing at the moment. They don't have any vision. We look at Blue has no vision whatsoever except for 5 Compare that to Red Vision, who has decent vision within the jungle and their own. Very much know where the enemy is at all times. Baron has just spawned as well. Not a single team for at least for our side has gone for the Rift Herald. Rift Herald is usually more prevalent in heavy push comps, and that just hasn't been a thing. We've either had pick comps or team fight comps, not push comps.
Although it can be said you can usually give a Rift Herald to Pantheon if he's heating off so much early game. Oh, a flash engage from Pantheon on the Malzahar. Very risky as the Taric of ult does not get off in time to save Malzahar. And Taric himself doesn't look like he's going to be able to get out from this one either. Very unlucky for the blue team there, as if that ult had gotten off, it would have been the end of Pantheon, and they may have even been able to turn it on the Lissandra. Sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
I don't know. I swear I'm part Canadian sometimes.
Like, I feel like I'm doing the team fight. Cutting me off with the team fight.
No. Oh, no. Oh. Pantheon showing that he doesn't really care because he's that far ahead against this Lucian right now. Sticking around on rather low health. And Zach engaging with Lucian. Disengaging with his E. And maybe will this be the first time his passive gets popped? Oh, bot lane fight here. Pantheon turning on the Lucian, but he's able to disengage, and Malzahar turns up, and there goes the Pantheon. That's a nice bit of shutdown gold for the blue team, and a lot of gold to Malzahar, who seems to be the strength within their team at the moment.
However, they nearly did lose the middle tower for that, but they managed to keep it and managed to push off losing the bottom tower as well. So, a pretty decent trade for the blue team. Doesn't change it. They're still 9k behind.
Yeah,
9K?
roughly 9k.
Yeah, roughly 9k behind.
9.5 maybe.
They still need to push back quite a lot before they'll be able to.
At least they've got dragon control.
So I would note that we've only able to think of one. That was still against self-defense. We haven't even seen
the full engage power that blue team has. We will note that Fiora has only been able to get second tier boots as a full item, and that she hasn't actually been able to complete any other items this game due to Pantheon's dominance of her.
I think that flash was a little wasted personally. Oh, yeah.
Zach's gonna cut her off. I don't think she'll get out.
Zach hasn't noticed.
Oh, he hasn't bothered.
She'll get out. Plus the out of combat extra speed. So
Yeah.
Very lucky disengage on her behalf.
Pantheon not willing to give her a single bit of a break there or any towers.
Fiora unfortunately has to go a little tankier. Dead Man's Plate still kind of works out for her because she does do fantastic base damage.
Indeed.
Although probably not the item of choice.
She was probably hoping to get a Titanic Hydra to start off to get off that nice base damage. But she still does have the Tiamat, so she does have the cleave there to help her in her farming ever so slightly.
They've rotated, 2 people have rotated bot, both 3 people in mid, so they're going to have to concede this tower.
Yeah, I don't believe they would have been able to hold it against Jinx there either. Ooh, Sandra absolutely melting through Lucian in bot lane there. Ooh. The red team still showing respect for the amount of CC that Taric can lay down upon their team if he gets that stun off correctly with Malzahar nearby.
Pantheon's going to start his way out, but very good game. They managed to pull it off, but they unfortunately weren't able to. Dragon is up in the next 10 seconds as well.
And Lissandra is causing Amumu a bit of panic down in bot lane there. He's already burnt his flash. Not looking good for the blue team at this point.
Gold lead's gone back to 11,000 at this point. Kind of looks like a big game.
Indeed.
Unfortunate for me, because that means I didn't pick this game either.
No. I was... yeah.
Wait, hold on. No, I said the red team.
No, yes, you did say the red team would win. You said, we'll see if my analysis proves true or not. You did pick this game. I was about to correct you, but you corrected yourself, so you'll be fine.
Right.
Looking at a hard push here at top lane. Blue team looking like they're going to have to try and fix this Pantheon problem once again. Whether they'll be able to is another question.
You have to be pretty careful about the team fights at the moment. Blue team is behind, but also not all of the red team is there. You know, one team fight probably now would be the time. Dragon is going to be contested. By the looks of it, it is a third Cloud Drake.
It's a lot of movement speed.
A lot of movement speed.
Indeed.
Though
I don't think...
looks like it'll be going over to the red team.
Although Malzahar doesn't seem to want to give up the fact that he's had full Dragon control this game, so we'll wait and see what he does. Not much he can do there, really. I mean, throw a few Voidlings in, but that's not going to stop a smite.
Pantheon looking to engage. Very good choice.
Cutting off the exit there of the two damage champions of the blue team. Oh, very nice stun there from Tarek, making good use of Passion. And there's the invulnerability on, but they do not seem to have the damage to do anything to this red team, as their champions are getting melted left, right, and center. There goes a Mumu. Oh, and the Zac is in. He's tanky enough to take a few tower hits and walk back out. Fiora seems very out of place here. Although Malzahar is getting off quite a bit of damage still, even in defense. Oh, and there's the Malzahar catch. And I don't think Fiora is going to be able to hold back this push. It looks like red team will be able to finish it up here. Were you laughing at Fiora's laugh?
Yeah.
I figured, oh, look at that Jinx damage to tower. That's just disgusting. Oh, very risky from Jinx. Fiora ults her, but Alistar does the disengage that he is known for. Easily peeling for his 80 carry.
They all did this as a 4v5. Lissandra wasn't actually even there the entire time. It just demonstrates how far ahead they are at this current point.
Yeah. It is 18-3 right now. Ooh. As there are no team fights happening right now, Oscar, I'll leave it to you to fill the silence.
You're gonna leave me to fill the silence. Okay. There
What?
has been very strong dominance from the red team. This comes out just mainly from the top lane. The main thing that Pantheon did, a lot of people don't do know is that they transfer their winnings from that lane into the other lane. One of the advantages of course of Pantheon is that he can rotate very easily through his ult. And definitely knows that Pantheon doesn't have these when they're very aggressive. All the other lanes just far better, with the exception of the bot lane. The game is better executed by Zac, even though
Stand against
at high FPS. Zac given so there's what Blue team played well.
Indeed they did. Also take note that that Pantheon is built entirely towards damage and keeping himself alive.
He's just finished his run, actually.
Yes.
An absolute
Oh, very nice stun there from Tarek in that team fight. Lissandra not falling through on her claw though. Pantheon causing a lot of trouble for Fiora up by herself there in top lane, causing Mumu to have to shift up to help her, and it looks like it's a 3v4 in mid lane.
Fiora has to go back and heal just from fighting against.
Pantheon there, and we'll notice that with the Yomu's passive, he can melt that tower. Not quite as fast. Oh! There's the Malzahar ult. Oh, Lissandra used her ult just in time to save her there, but will it be enough? Notice Lucian is actually cleaning up very nicely, but Jinx is outputting more damage. And there comes the Pantheon ult. He hasn't even taken part in the fight yet. He comes in to clean up, although we'll take... Is that the Quadra? Oh, will this be the first penta of the Rumble Tournament? No. Oh.
Not quite. She didn't have the
Not
vision
quite.
over the
I'm a
wall.
little. I mean, oh, she's already used ult. As we will take note that although that team did seem to go, that fight did seem to go in blue team's favor at first, they were fighting with, Red was fighting with 4 out of their 5 teams, so as soon as Pantheon came in, it turned back against blue team.
Has been destroyed.
Also, oh, nice stun. Pantheon damage proving a little too much there. Very nice exhaust from Tarek, keeping the Pantheon away from his AD carry.
Just extended the game a little more. I won't be able to quite finish this off.
Yes, indeed.
So they have 3 open inhibitors. 1 inhibitor.
Oh, very aggressive from Fiora. She hasn't been able to do much this game, but we'll see if she can get a kill here. And there comes the Lissandra. Oh, and the flash. Oh, and we've already had a DC from the AD carry on the blue team. Or whether that's a DC or maybe he's just given up. I am not sure. Hopefully
A summoner has
Oh no, he's reconnected. There we go. Also, Oscar, for the highlight reel, I did notice during that last team fight, Pantheon went to E at Tarek, and he E'd the wrong way. It amused me slightly. Yeah, he like E'd completely the opposite direction, so none of the damage went off after he W'd him. Just for a little bit of amusement. Although red team is winning, it's always fun to see little things like that.
Mistakes.
Yeah.
So we're looking at a 17, or 1017, yeah, no, 17 was right.
Yeah, you're 16, 17, something like that. None of us do maths well.
Yeah, 17k deficiency, very much in red side. So they have to make a couple of different mistakes for this to shift.
Mumu getting caught out there, looking to be the end of. Oh, can the Tarek ult save him? Goes off just in time, but Mumu's still looking like he's going to go down from the Lissandra damage. Now we've got a bit of a duel between the 2 AD carriers, although Lucian doesn't have enough heal there to defend himself, and he goes down to Jinx. Jinx getting her passive going and getting a double kill, looking like the end of the game here.
Very difficult to stop this, especially considering Pantheon wasn't working for this entire time.
Indeed, it was a bit of a catch out there on a Mumu, and then Lucian just was not in a good position to disengage. Especially against such a hard CC team as Red has put together, it works very well in the small corridors of the jungle. And there goes the Fiora. Malzahar looking like he doesn't really want to fight this, because he doesn't really seem to be able to do anything in 1v5. Sandra going in and absolutely bursting him, and there goes a Mumu, and that'll be the game. Indeed, and that is their first win of the night. Nice to see them turn one around.
Right, did you want to do an interview with one of the winning players?
Sure, do you want me to go grab one?
Yes, please.
See if there's any left. Okay, there's like... No, they've all gone off the line.
That was fast. Okay, well, in that case, we'll wrap up. Thank you very much for watching today.
And we'll see you next time.
Well, you know, we could have done a little more than that, Jesse. But my client is
Fine, you say something, fine. No, I'm shutting up.
Yeah, good. So for whatever reason, my
Wow.
my OBS has stopped formatting the League client correctly. Oh well, you can just do with the zoomed in version of the client patch that we're on, which is 6.19. Don't know why it's stuffed up, but oh well, it happened just as well now than later. Thank you very much for watching. That was 3 games. There were another 3 games which were done at the time by the other shoutcasters, which were recorded instead of streamed. There will be highlights later, and as the weeks go on, we'll no doubt improve the stream as we go on. So thank you very much for watching for this first week. We're your shoutcasters, Damien, Darksky, and Thrax.
And Thrax, yep. And we'll see you next week for more Rumble Tournament games.
Right, we'll see you guys later. Thanks very much.